What's the motherfucking deal? All the friends in the den. I hope y'all are having a wonderful evening. I apologize for the slow start. I had to get a couple of things together. You know, I was running a little bit late. That's why we ended up not having a sauce tonight. For those of you who fuck with the sauce, man. I got a special guest joining me tonight. If you fuck with Sauce Sports, you already know. But if you don't, would you like to introduce yourself to the friends in the den?
So it's Third Coast Sports TV soon, but it's gonna be wink for the night. You know, for everybody, we're gonna be friends in the den. It's been a long time since I've been on the den. What's this for, like mid last year? Like I want to say I was in like Denver when the Kush Den was still active, and we went ahead and we got one in. You know what I'm saying, on stream. But you know, it's been a long time. We finna go ahead and came up with this topic a couple of weeks ago. Y'all was in the sauce. We're here to bring it to you before I get right back on the road because it's going to be a good show.
Already. For those who ask, no, I'm not in Looney Tunes land. That's Human Fall Flat in the background. 335, I already know. That shit there. It's an old cheesy ass game, but that shit actually, that should be more like when I first started playing, I thought that shit was dumb, but that shit is actually pretty fun, man. What's going on, brother? What's going on, Lyric Northside? Man, again, like I said, hope everybody doing good tonight, man. You know, we're going to get into some we going to have and this is what I was thinking too. Like, I'm thinking Fridays officially in the den. We're going to make Fridays a nostalgia night, you know, just a kind of a throwback, like a flashback Friday. Yeah. And I know
it need to be.
A couple of weeks ago, we talked about doing like a Sunday night confessions. And so we might do something like that. We might go ahead and bring it, because I think I said if we got to 1K, I'd do it, and we got there a little bit sooner than I anticipated. So, you know, it is what it is. I definitely wasn't expecting that, but already. Jesse Alicia, newest friend in the den. Like I say, so, man, like I say, plenty to talk about. If y'all don't know, let me get y'all with the little social so y'all know how to reach. Facebook, Den Show Live, Twitter at Den Show Live, Instagram at Den Show Live, and then all those good things. But let's see what friends of the Den we got joining us tonight, man. Then we're going to get into it, man. We're going to make it shake. We're going to have a good conversation tonight. Just have a good old time, man. You know, sometimes we ain't got to take everything too serious. And then we'll open up the Denline. We'll take y'all calls, see what y'all talking about. Beyond the funny nigga, what's the motherfucking deal? I ain't get to finish all your thing, man, because I was on the road. And then I got a phone call because I had it on the Bluetooth because, you know, I don't want to be looking at the gram and the Bluetooth at the same time being crashed. But that shit was funny. I got to the part about slavery. I think I'm going to say I got a little bit past the slavery, but I was enjoying that. So I'm going to check that out. I'm going to finish that up. Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Read a book. What's the motherfucking deal? Heidi. I don't even know how you say that last name. Heidi ho.
Heidi. Oh.
Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Jimmy Cruz gave you power. Footballer, what's the motherfucking deal? I gave you power. I ain't Hollywood yet, man. You know, I'm give me about 2 more days. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. Y'all know me better than that. Balin Rios, what's the motherfucking deal? Jay Dizzle, what's the motherfucking deal? Your boy be stockpiling, you know, buying all the goods at the beginning of the year. I might have to implement that strategy. It's not a bad strategy. Dr. Rabbit, what's the motherfucking deal?
No,
Shaolin, what's the motherfucking deal? Always good to see you, Shaolin. Fantastic, man. Hope you're having a good one. Let's see. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. You know, if I miss you, I ain't this. Anthony Bailey, what's the motherfucking deal? You say, word? You say joystick downtown. You say you got all the old school arcades. You can play unlimited for $15. What? I'm gonna check that out. That sounds pretty dope.
Man, my cousin told me for Christmas, right? Yeah. He had got like a Nintendo, but it's kind of like that bitch was jailbroke. And I think he paid like $60 for the system, right? Yeah. And the nigga say he downloaded every single game is on the console. You know what I'm saying? So like niggas playing like Tecmo Bowl, you know, Super Mario. I mean, you know, Super Mario, you know, all the shit, man. He even told me, and I didn't even know, and this is how fucking creepy Nintendo is. Tell me why it was a game on there talking about bikinis or some shit like that, nigga, and it was like a Nintendo game, Pixels, and like bitches is showing titties and everything. The nigga sent me the screenshot and everything. I'm like, what? Like, nigga, they had games like this back then.
That's before the rating system, goddamn. It was
I was blown away. I was like, they had a game like this back then. You know what I'm saying? But I missed that. You know?
Yeah. Hey, I ain't never see that one. Persuasion 335. I see y'all. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing it. But yeah, man, that's wild. I ain't never heard of that. I thought I played a bunch of different shit. Yeah, shout out to White Persuasion for the shirt, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know that's a White Persuasion original. I know somebody tried to jack his design. That Lyric Northside, what's the motherfucking deal? You know.
White Persuasion been showing love on the design, the shirt design.
Nigga. Yeah, he been holding it down. Like I say, he gonna be the man pretty soon.
He gonna need to make me a shirt once I hit my 1,000 subscribers. Cause I'm gonna venture off in the merch, hats, all that shit.
Edwin Baptiste, Jared Key, good to see you. Man, we was live. It was gonna be a live then. I guess Kenneth showed up, so y'all know what that means. This shit gonna be, it's gonna be womp. I was deliberately hoping I missed you, but you showed up. So Kenneth is here, everybody.
Tina S was going in on Roman last night. She was like, "Who is this nigga that keeps talking?" Like, she was calling the nigga she. He was like, she won't stop talking.
Oh, man. Y'all see, I'm trying to do my boy Roman bad. Y'all know Roman represents your boy Roman, man. You know, she look.
Yeah.
But that was cool. Yeah, we had a new caller last night. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's cool. That's cool. Like I say, again, unexpected growth of the den, man. But, hey, you know it is. We ain't going to. That
was the first time I heard T'Challa last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's been calling a little while. She'd actually, I think, been missing a little bit. But she called pretty often. So, you know, it's good to I see niggas get excited when a female call in. Y'all niggas act like y'all ain't got no sense. But yeah, man, so let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about some throwback gaming. We'll get to some more modern stuff a little bit later. But if it come down to it, let's start. Like I said, I don't know if you were an arcade frequenter when you were young. You know what I'm saying? But if you were, what was your arcade game of choice?
Man. Tekken 3.
Yes, sir.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yes, sir.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Nigga at AMC 16 in the corner. Yeah. Come on, man. We already AMC 16 used to be the truth in the 90s. Man. What's that shit? Time Cop. You remember the Time game?
Time Crisis, wasn't it? Was it Time
Crisis?
Time Crisis.
There you go. Yeah. Time Crisis 2. Time Crisis 2. You see, but that's just 3. Man, like, man, all of the Mortal Kombats. I mean, like Mortal Kombat 3 when it first dropped. Mortal Kombat 3, Tekken 3, and probably what's the other one I had said before?
You said what you said?
I said Time Crisis 2. I said
the Tekken 3. Marvel vs. Capcom.
2, like, oh yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom. They're probably like my favorites, man.
Yeah. And it was saying, Kenneth, you don't know shit about no Street Fighter, nigga. You probably wasn't even in existence when that Street Fighter 2 came out. I remember you seeing that hoe in the barbershop, nigga. That's one of them scenes you'll never forget with them niggas squaring up in front of that little building or whatever, and you drop old buddy with that little one hitter and then pan up Street Fighter 2.
Honcho, bro, have you ever got to play that game? Okay, now, nigga, I know you done been on the Fiesta. You can't tell me you never been to the Fiesta on Macau and Griggs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know where the game machines used to be at. Yeah. Nigga, do you remember that soccer game that they used to have over there? It seemed like, nigga, every time I would be over there waiting to pay a bill or some shit, and I would always look over at that game, and I never had got the nuts to play that hoe. Like, niggas used to run into each other. Like, it was a little soccer game that they used to have. And if you, come on, man, if you H-Town bred, and if you know the South Side, you know the Fiesta.
I know the Fiesta. I'm trying to recall, man. That one I'm having a tough one with it, but I know what you're talking about. But I just can't think of it again.
They would show the ball with like a trail, you know what I'm saying? And it would be all kind of little crazy shit. Because I remember they used to have Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Yeah. You say, Kenneth, nigga, ain't had no machines, and y'all ain't even got electricity in Honduras. What you talking about? You use the machines was cheap. Now, you wasn't playing that, nigga. You ain't even have lights in the classroom. I'm talking about you playing some video games. Just shut that shit up. Say off South Main, fucking. But yeah, man. I think arcades was best for like fighting. I used to go hard on that fucking Marvel vs. Capcom too. I fucked around and just downloaded that whole on, you know, because on that Game Pass, you know, they let you download a bunch of shit. I just downloaded. You know, it was so you know, I think it was part 3, and I had never really fucked with that. It felt a little weird.
Part 3 was the truth.
Yeah, because that was the first time I think I fucked with part 3. And then they had, you know, they got the updated Tecmo Bowl on that bitch. I was playing Shaq Kush. I had to whoop Shaq Kush the other day in that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers, they'll be doing some old janky shit, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, I think fighting games, and you put me on that like that new 11 that's coming out, because I'll be honest, I probably hadn't played a Mortal Kombat since fucking Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was probably the last time I fucked with Mortal Kombat, honestly.
What?
That's probably the last time.
You ain't played Mortal Kombat since 95?
That's probably like the last time I really fucked with Mortal Kombat.
What?
Yeah. And I'm being just dead serious.
Man. Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, Jay, I think the arcade, because the arcades were dedicated to that one game, so I think the graphics were better at the arcade as opposed to, the little 16-bit console and all that shit. So it would always be better because
absolutely,
you could take a look at like Killer Instinct. That whole, on the fucking Super didn't look like shit. That shit was all pixely looking and shit. But I mean, it still went hard though, but shit.
Yeah.
You said Scorpion the game. Yeah, Scorpion still got the same fucking moves and shit. Just upgraded with better graphics. Let's say Mortal Kombat on Sega. I'm thinking, like I say, Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter, that shit used to go get it in back in the day. That used to be shit niggas used to go hard on. Like I say, Killer Instinct was legit. As far as what I wish I was talking about the other day that they don't make anymore, that I wish they would bring back that style of gaming, because they really don't do that shit anymore. And that's that old school beat 'em up game. You know what I'm saying? Like the Final Fights, like the Streets of Rage, like
Streets of Rage too. Axel was my nigga. That nigga had the couple. And the nigga with the skates used to go hard. And man, what I used to play that shit at my uncle's house all the time, bro. Like Streets of Rage 2 was the truth. Streets of Rage 2 specifically. Was the truth.
Yeah, they got that shit on Game Pass. Blitz, Blitz,
they do?
Yeah, on Game Pass. Yeah, they got all the Streets of Rage. You got 1, 2, and 3 on the Game Pass.
Ooh, I'm missing out.
Yeah, they got that on the Game Pass.
Oh, I'm missing out, bro. Fuck all these new games. I need the old shit.
Yeah, Blitz. See, the thing with Blitz now, ever since they didn't expose CTE, they don't want to make Blitz games no more. The NFL don't. NFL got to remember the NFL used to have them hard hit compilations. They used to have all that shit. Used to, you had the little Blitz that had the license. You could play it, but now all that shit. Now they don't want to act like they don't want niggas hitting each other and shit. They got away from all that shit.
Yeah, you used to be able to put in codes and have Mortal Kombat heads and Raiden heads and shit like that in '98. You used to powerbomb niggas like Kevin Nash. You know what I'm saying? Like
in the middle of it, late after the whistle and shit, piling on motherfuckers and shit.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy though how video game codes have changed too, man. Because it used to be. You remember like all the NBA jams used to be the big head codes, the Bill Clinton, all of the power up codes and shit. Like you don't get none of that shit.
Just buying game, bro. Just remember buying Game Informers and shit like that from fucking Blockbuster when you rented a movie and you buy this Game Informer, nigga, so I can have all the codes in that hole, and it would give you all the fatalities and shit. The Mortal Kombat, the ones you could, because you used to have to figure out fatalities. Either that or you used to have to write them hoes down, and you used to have to press start when it was your turn. Hurry up, look over, back down, forward up, high kick.
Straight up, but straight up, motherfucker. You say the Simpsons hit and run. The Simpsons arcade game was live. I used to fuck with that hoe.
Man, that Boy Simpson game back in the Gap, bro, on Nintendo. You remember that hoe when he used to be on the skateboard?
Which one? Cause there was a couple of them, but I'm trying to remember which one it was. It wasn't.
It's probably the original one, man. When I tell you that hoe used to go hard, like that hoe used to go hard. But another game that used to go fed on Nintendo that I didn't bring up, nigga, Paperboy.
Oh, that Paperboy was probably mine. I probably spent the most time playing some little raggedy ass paper. Get through that hoe just to get to the little hoe ass obstacle course. Be mad if you fuck up on that hoe. And fucking that shit, yeah. That's how it used to be live. Little motherfucking lawnmowers, fucking little hoe ass dog come out there, bitch ass neighbor come out there chasing you, trying to dodge the car in the street and shit. Hey, that you ain't lying. Paperboy was a live ass.
Paperboy used to go fed.
I want to say they tried to bring that hoe back on 64 or one of them systems they tried to, but it wasn't quite. Skate or Die. Really? Oh, you ain't lying. Skate or Die was live as 5 too. Skate or Die was the shit.
Skate or Die. I don't think I ever heard. You
ain't
never
from man. Skate or Die was the shit. That hoe went fed. Skate or Die went fed. Excite Bike went fed. Let me see. There's a couple.
Do you remember Jet Moto on PlayStation?
See, I don't think I fuck with Jet Moto on PlayStation. I'm trying to think, because I ain't own a PlayStation. My stepbrother had one, and I had partners that had them hoes. So like I'd fuck with them from time to time, but I ain't never owned. I had a 64. I had all the other shit, but I ain't get with the PlayStation shit until I had a PS3. I think that's the only PlayStation I actually ever owned. And then outside of that, I ain't never really fucked. I'm trying to think. I don't even know if I've ever played a PlayStation 4.
I only had 1 and 2. Yeah. I never owned no PS3. I still don't have no PS4. I'm gonna end up getting me a PS4 because there's a lot of niggas that play Madden and I gotta bust their ass and let them know who's boss. Yeah. But outside of that, it ain't really PlayStation for me as it stands right now. PlayStation don't really have no games that I really want to play like that. So honestly, my whole reason for buying a PS4 is to play niggas I fuck with in Madden. And honestly, like to play God of War.
Yeah.
That's the only game I really care about on PS4.
Man, if you fuck with PlayStation,
I don't really care about no game on PS4 like that. I'm on PlayStation, period.
Them Drake games was pretty live. Like I said, I don't know if you really fuck with adventure games, but it's Uncharted. That's what it's called. Uncharted. Them hoes are live. Them hoes are pretty good game.
I don't
Uncharted.
think I ever played that.
Them hoes are good.
I never played Final Fantasy a day in my life.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played any Final Fantasies either. I had a homeboy who used to play it. I saw him play, but I just never really got into that. I never really got into those. I've played RPGs, but I don't like them take turns. You know, okay, you get to pick this hit, you know, that type of shit. I don't really care for that shit too much. You know what I'm saying? Duck Hunt did go hard in the paint.
Whoa.
Man, I used to fuck with the old school, the original Xbox, because I got big hands. That's why I used to love the original Xbox controller, because that hoe was big as shit. I know a lot of people used to complain about that hoe, but I fuck with that hoe.
Man, I love that hoe.
That hoe.
No, you talking about that big massive motherfucker. I like when they kind of downsize them just a little bit. I ain't like that one. Yeah. Nigga, matter of fact, nigga, you was the loser. That's the one you had to play with. My partner Derek.
Man, I used to want that hoe.
Nigga, he used to have that hoe. Like, nigga, my partner Artist, nigga, that nigga used to be on that hoe. He like, man, fuck it, I'll use this hoe. Yeah. Nigga, that nigga be used. I'm like, nigga, you could have that hoe. I don't want that food. I ain't like that motherfucker.
Yeah, I fuck with that hoe. Like I said, cause my hands big, so that hoe used to fit me perfectly. Motherfuckers used to hate that bitch. I fuck with that hoe super tough. All right. So we talking about old school. We talking about throwback. Let's go up a generation. You know, we'll go from the original 8-bit, because you know Nintendo had the 8-bit on lock. It wasn't nobody really fucking with that. But when it came to it, you know, when you got to 16, you had two real competitors. You had Super Nintendo. You had Sega. Yeah. You know, I was a Sega man. I ended up getting a Super Nintendo, but I was a Sega person first. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a couple of things Super Nintendo did. Which was your preference?
Man, I had Sega.
You was a Sega man?
I had Sega 1, the one with the gray button. Yeah. I ended up getting did I have a Sega 2? I know plenty of my partners had Sega 2. You remember Sega 2 was a little slimmer, and the button across the black button was a little cut. That hoe used to look smooth. I ain't gonna front. That hoe did look kind of smooth. Nigga, the gray button nigga look weak, but nigga, the little black button across that hoe used to look clean.
Man, fucking I used to fuck with Sega tough, man, because of the damn Sonic was live. Because Sega used to hit you with that old, you know, we faster type shit. You know, they used to kind of hit you with the in your face campaigns. Sega yelling all in your face, man. I feel like I'm getting old if I ain't fucking with the Sega. You know, Nintendo was kind of nice about the way they did shit, but Sega was all in your face. You a hoe ass nigga if you ain't playing Sega. They was getting on your ass and shit.
You know why Sega was live? Because they had games like Killer Instinct. I see you. If you wanted to play Killer Instinct, you had to play on Super Nintendo. Yeah. They had certain shit like Mortal Kombat was made different on Sega on Super Nintendo versus Sega when it came to certain like cheat codes and shit like that. I used to notice the difference. I'm like, why is it like so much different? But see, you could get the real elevation from low kick, high kick. Yeah. It's like on Sega, you didn't have to worry about that. When you put the input in, it knew exactly what you was trying to do.
And on Sega, Sega had the blood code. The Super Nintendo ain't had the blood on that first Mortal Kombat. Even they didn't even have a code for that. Huh? Yeah.
I won't even say that. See, Super Nintendo, you had all the Mario Kart games.
Yeah, that was fair.
You had. What the fuck else did you have on there that you didn't? Nigga, Turtles in Time.
Yeah, Turtles in Time was
the Ninja Turtle, man. Come on, man. Like,
man, I'm mad because I used to have that shit on the 360. You know what I'm saying? But I think they got rid of that because I had.
I got it.
They still got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to see, you know, because I don't know if it, because I had a different account, so I don't know if it still transferred over, you know, on the Xbox Live account. Because I was trying to play that bitch. I was like, shit, that hoe was live. I still fucked them Ninja Turtles. That's what I said. Like them hoes, them type of old beat 'em up games. Them hoes used to be fed. Like I said, they don't have them hoes. Which one was who was the nigga? I be forgetting the nigga who had the stick. That's who I used to always fuck with. Was that Donatello?
Oh, you a Donatello fan?
With the stick,
I'm a Michelangelo fan to the death of me. Like that's my nigga. Like that nigga love pizza. Like honestly, the Ninja Turtles is the reason why my favorite number is number 4. Like they hands down have always been the reason I have always loved that number. It was 4 of them. Niggas love pizza. The niggas will whoop your ass, and they was respectful. So it's just like I don't know, man. Like hey, nigga, Ninja Turtles, man. Ninja Turtles had too many games. They had Shell Shock.
Yeah.
They had Turtles in Time. They had all kind of games that used to be on Super Nintendo. But Sega had they share games too, nigga.
Okay. What you talking about? You talking about you hurt your hammy? I don't want to hear nothing about your hammy, Heidi. All that shit you gave Chris Paul, I don't want to hear nothing about no damn.
Who talking about they hurt their hammy?
Heidi talking about a hurt hammy. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear nothing about no hurt hammy.
She'll be all right.
You better get that run in. No excuses. You know.
Tell Sergey Kovalev to come over there. And Scheiße.
Oh man. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep the conversation going. Let me get a second here. I'm gonna get ready to boot the line up on y'all. But we're gonna chop it up just for a minute because I know it took us a second to get up in there.
Yeah.
But Sega, I'm trying to think what Sega exclusive. Man, did you ever fuck with a game called Gunstar Heroes? I don't know if too many people remember that hoe. That hoe used to be live. Like it's like a little run and shoot type game, but you could change the way your gun would operate. Like you had two little features in that hoe. So if like you say you picked up like a little fire thing and a little magnet thing, so you would change your little fire shit, it would follow them around. Or if you picked up a fire thing or two fires, it would like double up your fire. Or it had like 4 or 5 different little elements you could put in a gun and you could switch it up. That hoe used to be live at 5. That hoe, you be hanging from the ceiling and shit, like all kind of little shit. That hoe was live though.
I want to say I played it. I probably know it if I saw it. But you want to know what game was Contra on? Was it on Nintendo or was it on Sega?
Contra was on Nintendo.
It was on Nintendo, right? Man, I used to love that gun, nigga. When you get the spread, that hoe used to fly, nigga. That hoe used to go bad, man. Double Dragon
was live, yeah. I think what about you ever fuck with Battletoads?
Battletoads, yeah, Battletoads was straight. My cousin had Battletoads. Nigga, when I wanted to play games like Battletoads and Dr. Mario, because they had a much livelier selection than I had.
Yeah.
Like, I had Mario 1. I think I'm the only nigga in history that owned Mario 2. Mario 2.
I fuck with Mario. Man, I fuck with Mario. Niggas give me a hard time because that was honestly, Mario 3 was live, but Mario 2 was my favorite Mario.
One.
That was my favorite Mario.
The hardest one.
And exactly. And I beat that bitch motherfucker. That whole weak. That hoe ain't like the rest of them. I be picking up them big ass onions out the ground and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
Yeah, it was totally different than Mario 1 and 3. 3, hands down, was like probably the prettiest one, nigga. Like it had like you could squint yourself up, you can duck out through stages behind the screen to get the flute. Nigga used to just get the flute. I used to love. I don't even know what I love being the most. I don't know if I like having a tail and flying. I don't know if I like being in the damn frog suit more. Or like I want to say like I used to whoop niggas with that tail. You remember when the nigga used to get the hand, he used to run real fast and fly and shit. Oh man, I used to love that shit. I used to whoop niggas with that hoe. Like Goombas nigga didn't want no match with me back then.
Yeah, that's what I say. That shit used to be fed. You do the little double whistle code, take you straight to the last thing. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker skipping the whole goddamn.
And that last stage was hard as shit, bro.
Yeah, that bitch was hard. Yeah, see, they didn't have Nintendos in Paraguay or Argentina or whatever it was. You know, there ain't no video games on the farm, so she don't know what we're talking about. You say Super Mario?
She grew up in the favela.
You say the Super Mario World or Super Mario, man. But here's where Nintendo was always a game changer. I'll give them that because Mario 64 was a game changer. And then fucking Super Mario World was a game changer on Super Nintendo. I mean, it just changed the game.
How long did it take you to beat Mario 64? Man, it took me. You know what stage I got stuck on because I did not know how to do this move? It's like an ice stage you get to. And it's kind of like the part of the stage you kind of got to like hop on. It's like you can hop on the wall, but you know you can deflect yourself off. You can like go both ways. I did not know how to do that move for the longest. I did not know you were supposed to double tap A and all of that. I did not know how to do that. I was stuck on that stage for months. It wasn't until my partner down the street, because he had beat the game. And it took a long time for me to figure out how to do that. But once I got past that, nigga, I was able to beat the game easy.
Man, I was like, it was the same way. I had some partners, man. I forgot the name. I want to say Robert and Manuel. It was some Mexican partners of mine that stayed in the apartments, and them niggas was always cold at some goddamn games. You know, Manuel was always goofy, but he was cold at the motherfucking game. Niggas was cold at fucking soccer too. I hated them niggas trying to play some soccer with the motherfucker. I don't know what I was thinking, but you know.
See, when you thinking Nintendo 64, these are the top 64 games of all time. I know niggas is gonna agree. GoldenEye hands down is number one.
Yeah, that ain't even no question.
Super Smash Brothers is right behind that.
Yeah.
Nigga, where do I want to go next? Mario Kart is definitely in the top 5 because niggas could play that shit all day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could play that all day. But, like, when it came to WCW versus NWO Revenge, nigga, me and my partners used to be on that hoe all day long, and you was getting your ass whooped. If I got Goldberg and I was seeing you, I wouldn't even worry about doing special moves. I would just punch you because your face would bust open and bleed, so your power and shit would go down. So when it was time for me to flick up and do my special move and put you in the jackhammer, it was over. Like, you didn't want no problems with me, bro.
Man, I had a partner that used to be able to make that shit. You know how they motherfuckers, when they used to wiggle a fucking stick or whatever, and that shit would start sliding, like they be sliding all over the mat. And I'm like, oh, hoe ass nigga, that nigga go in the turbo, he lock his whole body up and be fucking sliding all over the goddamn bitch ass nigga. Herb got it done. What's the motherfucking deal?
It was always hard to do like certain people's moves when you throw them in the turnbuckle. And you gotta put them up there, and you want to get their slams and slam them, because niggas could push you up off of them and kick you and all kind of shit.
Yeah. Ready to Rumble, Ready to Rumble was live on was that on Dreamcast? With we were talking about the Afro Thunder and shit. That whole was live. That whole. No, but see, when it comes to Dreamcast, hands down, like NFL 2K2, that was the best.
NBA 2K2. See, that's the only basketball game I would take every one of my partners from the hood. I'd put everybody in braids. I'd put everybody in the black shoes, black socks, headband. We was the team, and I would name them. Everybody in the hood. I'd put all their skills up. Me and my brother would both do this.
Yeah.
And we would play against each other, nigga, in that hole. And all we would be doing, nigga, is shooting threes. We dunk on a nigga. Like, it was all kind of crazy shit, man. You taking me back in time. Because matter of fact, that's the system. Sonic was real hard on Dreamcast. Yeah. I never beat no Sonic on Dreamcast, like, ever.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think I fucked with it for a little bit. I had a homeboy, he ended up allegedly hooked me up with the games. I ain't gonna get no details, but you know what I'm talking about. Because on Dreamcast, you could go ahead, you could bootleg the fuck out them hoes. Nigga had a whole collection of them hoes. Nigga ain't even. What y'all want to play today, nigga? See, we got everything, niggas. Anything you want to play, nigga, we motherfucking me got it.
Yeah.
Dreamcast was fed. Let me see, but I think Dreamcast was just kind of. It was like Dreamcast was just a little ahead of its time. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, it didn't really get adopted right.
It went out of stock like that. I really don't know. Dreamcast went fed, bro. The controllers was fly. The system itself was small. You could pick that hoe up, take that hoe to class, hook that hoe up, nigga. Like, if you didn't have no school today, bring that hoe in class, hook that hoe up. It was so light.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I used to crank that hoe like when I wanted to like listen to some CDs. I'm cleaning up. That's what I used to play it on. Like I would put the my CDs, because that shit used to be in my brother's room. Yeah. A nigga, like, I would blast his TV, like, before we had got like a little sound system and shit like that, and we would listen to like music and shit like that, like while we cleaning up and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit be reverberating through the whole goddamn house.
Man, Sega, I don't know why. I guess because I think the Dreamcast, I think they took a big hit with the Dreamcast. That's why they got out the console game. That they just started, like, basically putting the games on everything. I wish they would jump back in the mix, though. I mean, shit. But they it is what it is now. I think you got this. It's Xbox, it's PlayStation, and it's just kind of a battle between it. And really, honestly, see, Xbox fucked up, and I'm gonna tell you where Xbox fucked up, and I will give PlayStation this, because PlayStation is Japanese based. Sony's Japanese. See, they embraced all the Japanese game makers and the American game makers. See, Sega was just, Xbox is mainly on the American game makers. They didn't really embrace a lot of those Japanese companies. And the Japanese people, they're gonna be always way more creative and shit with shit they come with. Yeah. And so they was kind of sleeping on that and didn't realize, like, the motherfuckers was coming with some real creative titles. And I think that's where they started trying to take some L's. To Midnight Club or Need for Speed. I think I'm gonna go with Midnight Club for my personal preference. So Need for Speed was cool, but I want to say the last one I played was the one where it was like the one where you can either chase a nigga as the cop, or you could be the getaway driver. But I want to say they had it to where, like, you had to play online, and you could only be one, like, you couldn't play on the same console. I remember the one before that, it might have been on PlayStation, where they let you play both, like, if you had a partner with you. But this one, it was like you either had to be the cop on your screen, or you had to be the the getaway driver on your screen. And that one to me, that was like, man.
I ain't play. See, this is what this. I'm gonna be completely real. I wasn't really into like racing games and shit like that. Like I used to like that Speed Racer. Like it was like that game. Like it was like I forgot what it was called. Speed something. But like I forgot what it was called. But fuck that. Nigga, I remember like it used to be on like the Crash Bandicoot demo, and it was like. Like, cause I used to, cause nigga, that was when Sony used to play demos and shit. You could play them. I remember I used to play when I had the Tekken 2 demo, cause you could only play as Lei Wulong and Jin and Jun Kazama. Them was the only 2 characters you could play with, and I used to beat the shit out of Prototype Jack. Nigga, I would whoop that nigga all game. You know what I'm saying? Like I would beat that nigga ass. And what is it? What is that? When it came, you know what? Need for Speed was the whole reason I started liking like I'm talking about the Need for Speed on the regular PlayStation. I never played Need for Speed on like PlayStation 2 or 3. I ain't even play PlayStation 3 like that unless you was a partner of mine and you just so happened to have one. But like I didn't really fuck with PlayStation 3 like that. But the first Need for Speed is what made me love Dodge Vipers.
Yeah.
That was when Dodge Vipers.
Hold on, I'll be the cut y'all. If y'all see what's going on in the background, I remember this fucking stream. That's Shaq Kush in the red and black, and I don't know who that other random player is, but I was in the middle of the stream and this nigga Shaq Kush started going hard on this other motherfucker in the stream. You just got to see it. That's that nigga Shaq Kush me tooing somebody in the game. Hashtag me too. On Shaq Kush. He got it going doggy style of the motherfucker. I was like, what the fuck is y'all doing? This nigga was streaming too. I started tripping in the middle of this. That shit was fucking hilarious. There was too much shit on. That's why I said this game was goofy, but this shit was fucking live at 5 though. But I just had to drop that in there. But man, I remember fucking when you talking about them demos, the fucking X Games demo. I remember that bitch. Mm-hmm. And then
man, I used to have that.
Yeah.
I used to have that, bro. Remember, man, I ain't gonna front. Tony Hawk on either system didn't matter.
Tony Hawk was there.
Tony Hawk used to woo.
That first one was the
Vigilante 8.
Yeah, Vigilante was dying. Yeah, that Tony Hawk was a game. Tony Hawk shit. The first 2 or 3 of them hoes went hard. Then they started kind of getting a little like, because they would always update the way you could do the combos. Then they started just getting kind of ridiculous. Like it got to a point where you would just never get out of a combo. You combo for a fucking hour. You just
be on the damn. Oh yeah, I know exactly what one you talking about, bro. You be on the rail. You could be on the power lines and shit like that. I want to say that was the third one, but 1 and 2, 1 especially. Yeah, 1 especially that played to used to have that little I forgot what that little shit is. You could go through that glass right above that that damn thing. Oh yeah, I used to love that stage. I used to tear that stage up.
Yeah, so Tony Hawk was a game changer. But here's what we're gonna do. I see y'all got some good comments in there. So we gonna make y'all part of the conversation because again, it's about the best conversation on the internet. So let me get everything in order. Let me get the proper ear gear here together, player.
We ain't even talked about Twisted Metal 2 though.
Twisted Metal. Somebody else the big ass pad for Nintendo. Man, niggas usually not even run on that hoe. Niggas get on their hands and need to be beating on the damn pad instead of motherfucking me actually running on that hoe. Shit. It'd be like, fuck that. I think we got that. Let me see. Let me
Could you imagine if all them game systems we talking about, because it wasn't until PlayStation on back where you could start saving your information.
Man, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you could save information and shit like that on like the regular Nintendo and shit like that, man.
Yeah, it was like it was a couple of games that you could like on Nintendo because they had to be built into the cartridge and shit.
Right.
But with I know PlayStation, what it was like, it was a 2 or 3. Because I know the first one you used to have that motherfucking that fucking memory card and shit. Hold on, we got somebody calling.
Well, one you had memory cards because you remember you had the gray memory cards. You would slide into that slot above where you would plug your controller into the actual console. But remember, 2, they had the 4 slots, and they had because you remember you used to have 4 slots. All 4 of y'all could play in because the shit was built in.
Hold on one second. Let me see. I think we got somebody. What's the motherfucking deal we got calling on the den this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
What's the motherfucking deal, Roman? I gotta make sure I can hear your shit. What you want to drop in the conversation tonight, Roman?
Oh man, I seen y'all talking about these games, bro. I ain't gonna make it long, man, cause ain't nothing to rant about. So it's something to be pretty quick. But no offense to like you, Wink, and Jay Dizzle, but that NES and Nintendo, whoa, y'all bring it back, man. I ain't that old. I'm sorry.
Y'all
We gotta
don't know
go.
nothing
Whoa, we
about
gotta
that.
go step up. We gotta go like
I'm only
PS2 level.
33,
So
bro. I ain't
games
that
I'm
old.
be talking about around there, bro. I remember when I was really younger, bro. Me and my brother, we had the PS2, and we got what's it called, man? Here Comes the Pain, Daddy. Here Comes the Pain with Brock Lesnar and Chris Benoit and Triple H and all them, bro. I remember that game had the
That was
crazy
like
ass story
SmackDown.
mode with the cage, and it was funny, bro. I remember they had like a mechanic to where like a small nigga couldn't really pick up a big dude, like a Rey Mysterio couldn't pick up a Big Show. It was funny, bro,
That's
but
what
it
I
was like
see.
realistic,
Yeah.
and like it had like a story mode where I would play none but Big Show because he was so big, bro, and he just basically damn near destroy everybody to where it's like nobody could pick him up, nobody could beat him, bro. That was a game to where, bro, like they games now is trash, bro. They nothing like how they used to be, bro. And then when really younger, bro, you got of course Crash. That I know people don't
Crash
like the remake,
Bandicoot.
but hey, I grew up with the remake, so shit, I love it. Sly Cooper, bro, him and his partners, bro, was stealing them goddamn coins, bro. I remember that sound, bro. That shit was live as hell, bro. And don't get twisted, bro. Don't call me corny for this, but Wii Sports was a shit. I know everybody played Wii Sports, bro. It was not like playing that boxing and playing that bowling and all that. That shit was fun as hell, bro. I was like a goat at tennis, bro. Nobody could beat me at tennis. I was like the major shit talker, bro, at tennis, man. And I feel like with a real tennis player, you get me on that real court, I'm trash, but man, playing that, bro, I felt like I was just an expert at tennis, man. And man, PS3, you got the Assassin's Creed, bro. Especially three. Three
I
is my
never played
favorite,
that
bro.
game a
Three
day
and
in my
four.
life.
Four is my favorite actually, bro. That was just freaking amazing, man. And then even PS3, you got the original Red Dead and what else, man? I'm losing my mind, bro. But there's so many games, bro, that I grew up with from Madden '05 and '06. I remember my daddy playing that. That was fun as hell, bro. I played 15 and 25. And, man, I can go on and on, but yeah, man, that's all I really got, bro.
Y'all
I
missed
can't really
out,
think
bro.
right now. So thanks for taking my call, bro. It's your bro Roman, man. I'm out.
All right, Roman, appreciate the call.
Roman missed completely out.
Man,
Bro.
anytime.
Yeah.
Roman
get the OG
completely
shit.
missed out. You have no idea how fun it was and the shit you used to talk on them games back then. It wasn't no.
What?
You had to see the nigga you was finna face nigga on this damn controller, and it got real, bro.
Yeah,
Remember
wasn't
Larry versus Bird on
Oh
Nintendo?
man. Oh man. Well, you remember Arch Rivals on Nintendo?
Nigga, what?
Arch Rivals
Do
used to
I?
be the shit.
Do I? You remember this game on Sega called Rival Schools?
Man,
It was a fighting game.
okay,
Rival
I remember Rival Schools. I remember what you're talking about.
Rival Schools, bro, used to go ham.
Rival
You know
Schools.
a game I was thinking about when he was talking about this, nigga? I was thinking about Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh man, we gonna talk about. Hold on one second. We gonna take this call and we go. Man, hold on. Let me jot them down because hey, Toe Jam and Earl was fair. That part 2 was super fair. What's the motherfucking deal we got calling in on the this evening?
What is going on, Honcho? This is Dr. Rabbit 19.
Dr. Rabbit, what's the motherfucking deal? What you want to drop in the den this evening, man? Little Wink in the mix. What's the motherfucking deal, Dr. Rabbit? What you want to drop tonight, man?
Well, before I say anything, I just want to congratulate the den on the hitting 1,182 subscribers.
Really?
What an accomplishment, man.
Appreciate that. Damn, I ain't even realize I got to that high.
Also, what's happening, Wink? Good to see you. So,
Go ahead.
the reason why I know about all of these retro games is because one day, and mind you, I didn't have any of these old school consoles. I had a Wii, and on that Wii, you were able to download retro games, and I found Mario Kart 64, and I'm like, I want to play this, and so I downloaded it immediately. Had to figure out that I needed a certain controller to play it. It's called like a classic controller. So I asked my mom and dad. They went and bought it for me, and I remember just having the rest of the day was just pure pure enjoyment, man. It was pretty good.
I know it was, man.
Yeah. Because, man, I remember that the beach level where you used to try to hit that little ramp and jump through the little hole in the cave to get that little shortcut.
Yeah.
Man, that used to be my level right there. That all used to be live at 5. So that's what's up, man. Yeah, man. If I could, man, I'm telling you, you ain't lying. There were days, probably weeks spent playing that motherfucking Mario Kart battle mode, fucking. Just that fucking. I still hate turtle shells to this day. Blue turtle shells and shit. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's especially because I used to be colder than I used to be leading, and the motherfucker be about to win that hoe, and the motherfucker just you hear that hoe coming for your bitch ass, be mad because we're ready to throw the controller down and shit.
Was in the way,
man. Shit.
Yeah. And
that shit used to be clean.
But buying that controller and just like downloading that game, I guess it opened the door for me to find out about more retro games. Because after that, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go on a search, man. And over the course of my childhood, I found out about more games, and I ended up having Super Mario Bros. The original or Donkey Kong Country, which to this day I still fuck with that game. Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, which that game was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of good games. Oh, and Smash Bros. 64. I love that game, man.
The Smash Bros. 64 is the best one.
And the end credits. Not only do they give like a lot of good games, they also give a lot of good soundtracks, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, there's some games like a good soundtrack can make or break a game. Like I said, 'cause I like fucking with adventure games, and just sometimes, and it ain't got to be, it can be original music, but it's just sometimes that music comes in just in the right way, and you just know something about to happen. You start getting tense, like, oh fuck, or you think about some of them old like Resident Evil type games or something. You can tell when like that one guy, that bad guy finna come around. You just feel that shit. I don't know how many people used to fuck with Left 4 Dead. But that hoe was a live ass game. But
I never played that.
That hoe was live. Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 are both live at 5. But yeah, I'm my fault, Dr. Rabbit. You were saying about the music? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you ever? Hold on, I got a question. Did you ever play Mario Party?
Mario Party. Yeah, I think I played Mario Party.
No, Mario Tennis used to go hard too.
I don't know if I ever played that one, but I think I want to say I played Mario Party.
I played Mario Party before.
Just calling to see that, and that's all I got.
All right, well, man, appreciate your call there, Dr. Rabbit.
Man, it was a stage. It was the very last stage on GoldenEye when you gotta kill Trevlin.
Yeah.
And like you on the top of this little, that big ass thing. If you ever played GoldenEye, and you get to the very last stage where you got to get to the helicopter and Trevlin running from you, you got to chase this nigga. It's a song that's playing, and that hoe used to jam. Like I would die on purpose just to hear that go.
What's the motherfucking deal? Who got called into the deadline this evening?
brother.
Silent. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Hold on, let me make sure that I ain't fucking up.
You know what, man? What a wink. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Shaolin? What's going on, man?
I was listening to y'all talking about GoldenEye, and I'm gonna put that on the back burner right now. But I was just in here and I was playing Mike Tyson Punch Out. You know what I'm saying? I was playing that shit. Can y'all hear me, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good. You good?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
I just played that shit
I was playing Mike Tyson Punch Out. I was like, I got my old school shit up in here. I got a stack of games up in this motherfucker. But I was playing that Mike Tyson Punch Out, and then I was like, I still got all my codes and shit written down and all that shit, and I was playing that shit. I was like, damn, this some nostalgic shit. But that GoldenEye, when Wink brought that GoldenEye, man, at the end of that game, that shit was so hard to beat that motherfucker there. I beat it. I beat it at the end of that game. But that was the best game on Nintendo 64, the GoldenEye. That was the shit. That was the best game. And honestly, that game was well worth the goddamn system, man. That GoldenEye, I believe The 007 was before its time. Was a little bit before, not that much, but maybe a little bit before its time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, what do you think? Do you think after that? Because like I say, that's when couch co-op, couch console gaming was at its peak. Now once the internet kind of really got involved, everything started changing up. I don't think it was nothing like that. I don't think there was another experience like 64 might have had the best couch co-op experience because it was kind of a new thing, and then just some of the games that they had at that point in time it was unlike anything else. You know what I mean?
I totally agree.
I think with aficionados like ourselves, 64 was more primitive, but we liked it. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing is, the 64 was a cartridge, and everything was moving to a CD-ROM at the time. But people like us, that are more like purists. The cartridges were better. You didn't have to really worry about much with those. The game would play. Like as far as like as that would play, you didn't have to really worry about CD-ROM. CD-ROM had they problems too because when CD-ROMs first came out, there were a lot of problems with them. But cartridges were more dependable. But the world was moving towards CD-ROM. That's just the way it was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything was moving forward. But yeah, you don't see any in Nintendo 64s anymore. And when Wink brought that up, I was like, God damn, man. That was like, I think, when we brought that up, I was like, God, I got to call in because I think 007 GoldenEye was like the first game I really beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm older. I'm older than Wink. I'm 45. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, when a game is good, you're gonna be committed to it, man, and that's the thing. That's why I say the story was good. The story action mode was good. The little challenges, the little time challenges, and all that shit. And then you had
multiplayer.
Yeah.
Now they had the fighting game on there. It was Killer. It was Killer Instinct. They had Killer Instinct.
Yeah, they did.
It wasn't like the arcade, but yeah, it was pretty decent though. It was pretty good.
Man, my only beef with the 64 was just that little fucking joystick would get all wonky on you after a while. You know what I'm saying? You had to replace that whole start leaning. That bitch would just start leaning on you. Your character be all that nigga start walking for you. Even cut the game on and shit. You'd be out of there. So or it wouldn't respond. You'd have to go push that whole.
The little baseball game they had on there. That baseball game was fine. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about baseball. I'm a baseball fan.
I had one, but I don't
love baseball. But
it's only one baseball
that
game.
That baseball game on there, I had that joy. It was fire. That was like one of the first games that I saw that kept all the stats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On the baseball, and I believe that Nintendo 64 did have a memory card.
Yeah, I had one. Yeah. I had that little Rumble Pack.
Yeah, that was the game. The Rumble Pack was the game changer.
The Rumble Pack,
The Rumble Pack changed. When that whole first came, I think when you got Star Fox, if you bought that Star Fox, or you could buy it on its own, that Rumble Pack came out, and that shit changed gaming forever. Motherfucker ain't know how to adjust to that hoe at first. Hold on, what the fuck going on? How this bitch moving like this? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that Rumble Pack was loud. That was definitely a game changer.
That Rumble Pack, yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker was live. But I ain't gonna hold it up. Hey man, Wink, what's up, man? I was just hollering at y'all. Y'all was talking about some shit I was really interested in. That shit was nice. I'll hit y'all back later, bro.
Already, man. Appreciate the call, Charlene.
All right.
Already. Man, you ain't lying though, man. I'm telling you, GoldenEye. That's what I say. You see, y'all youngsters, I got to hit y'all with this at least once a stream. Y'all youngsters don't know nothing about this. So y'all just play via the internet, Y'all don't know what like that motherfucker in your face.
Y'all, I don't care how old, I don't care how fucking young you are. If I put a Nintendo 64 in front of you right now, nigga, you in my crib and we sparked up, I'm telling you, man, if we get on, it's gonna be an all-out war in that hole if we get on, bro. And all our controllers working too, because this is the type of nigga I used to be. Let us play proxy.
Hello, who we got? What's the motherfucker deal we got calling on the line?
Man. Hey, what's good, Honcho? This is Edwin Baptiste, bro.
Edwin, what's the motherfucking deal? Edwin, what you want to drop on the Denline this evening, man? I see y'all bumping
man,
the Denline.
That boys was talking about that gaming, man. So I had to go ahead and call, man. But yeah, y'all talking old school, man. How old are y'all? If y'all don't mind me asking, y'all
I'm 33.
I'm 34.
I'm fresh 33. I'm
okay,
fresh
yeah.
33.
See, I'm late 20s. I'm 29.
Months ago.
So I'm like, I kind of caught some of the shit y'all had. Like, I had my first system owning. The first system I ever had was a Nintendo 64.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 97.
Back in the late 90s and shit, when they had the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. Like, we was poor, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you, we was dirt ass poor, nigga. So I didn't get, you know what I'm saying, we didn't get to play them systems. And then we was late on playing the 64. Hell, when we got the 64, they already was dropping the new current consoles, you know, the new wave of consoles. So
shit, better late than never, man.
You still was gonna play that,
probably my favorite console ever, bro. It was the Nintendo 64. Hands down. Hello?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, my bad. My headset is fucking up. But yeah, hands down. But my favorite system had to be the 64. Y'all niggas is bringing up. I'm talking about y'all bringing up some priceless memories. Y'all talking about this GoldenEye. I remember my cousins coming over, bro, on the weekend, and that's all we did, bro. From sun up to sundown, bro. I'm talking about. And it was about 7 of us, so you gotta. We did it to where you know what I'm saying? We did it to where if you lost,
you off the stick.
You had to give us a stick. The only nigga to stay on is the winner, bro. So we, you know what I'm saying? We in that bitch going fed all night. The favorite level I remember we used to play was the Temple. That was my motherfucking shit.
Yeah, the Temple was fed.
Yeah, but I don't know if y'all remember. It was a game on 64. It was called Bomberman. That was my shit, bro.
I remember Bomberman.
Yeah. I never played it though.
Bomberman 64. I remember Super Mario 64. I never beat that shit because that shit was long as fuck. But I had it. I remember Wink talking about getting stuck in the snow stage. That's where I stopped playing the game. Man, right there, that snow stage.
That shit is probably.
But yeah, man, them memories of that Nintendo 64 was a motherfucker. But yeah, man. Another one. I want to ask y'all, man. Do y'all remember this? You ever played this game called Metal Gear Solid?
Man, I never fucked with Metal Gear Solid.
I never played it,
but I know it.
I never played it either.
Yeah, I never played, but I knew about it.
Man, that was a game. So y'all talking about game changers right now? That game right there, that game alone, bro. It broke so many barriers, bro. As far as story mode, storytelling, bro. That game, hands down, the greatest story I've ever had. I'm talking about this game had me in tears, bro. That's how good the story was. Shit was great, bro. Cinematics, everything, just details down to the T.
Yeah.
Bro. The 64, that was my shit. Y'all niggas talking about the 64 now. I was too young to play the Sega Genesis and all that other shit, but the 64 was my shit. And nigga, Honcho, you sleep on this Mortal Kombat, bro. You sleep like a motherfucker, bro.
I'm just
they finna get ready to drop the illest one. They finna drop the illest one ever, bro.
Yeah, I seen that new one. That's what I say. I might fuck with that new one. That don't look dope. When you can put me on, I checked out the little clips of that bitch.
Bro. It ain't too late to get on board, my nigga.
I'm gonna have to check that whole out though. That whole look live though. That whole look super live. I ain't gonna lie.
You finna put in a lot of time.
Crazy, nigga. From what I remember, nigga, because I remember back in the day, nigga, you could do the babyality shit.
Yeah.
You could uppercut a nigga into the ceiling. Like,
I remember when they brought back the fucking friendships and shit. They had all that extra shit.
The animalities.
All that shit. When you could turn into an animality and all that shit.
Yeah, animalities, yeah.
That shit was wild, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it short and sweet. But yeah, bro, that 64, bro, that hands down, bro. That's it. That system was the best, bro.
That's a bet, man. That's a bet, man. Everyone, I appreciate the call there, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Y'all boys was talking about the games. I had to go ahead and hop on, man.
That's something everybody can relate to, man.
We brought this conversation up. We already know it was going to bring back a bunch of memories, bro.
About to listen.
Already. Yeah, the game is good. Everybody can relate. Everybody got good memories from gaming, unless you just used to get your ass whooped all the time, and you probably like, man, fuck them goddamn video. But I remember what he talking about, man. Yeah, you win, you stay on the stick, especially when it be a bunch of motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Like you be 4 deep and you got 4 controllers, you good. But you know, back in the day, niggas used to go over to other niggas' houses and shit. So when another nigga show you, damn, fuck, I'm gonna have to come up off the stick and shit.
Bro, I'ma tell you, nigga, when the summertime came, bro, like 97, 98, 99, because that was pretty much the years that 64 was raining.
Hey, hold on 1 second.
Like,
we're gonna come right back to that. Yeah, y'all blowing up the line tonight. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's good, Honcho? How you doing?
What's going down, D-Love? What's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop in the DN tonight, man?
Oh man, where do I want to start? So like, they've been naming a lot of games, but I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm a little young, so I know the very first game I owned was The Simpsons Hit and Run on PS2, and yeah, that was good. But for the most part on PS2, I played Sonic games like Sonic Heroes,
yeah,
and all that stuff. And I know I like to talk shit about the Xbox and stuff, like Xbox and stuff like that. But as soon as I was done, you know, with like as soon as my PS2 broke, I went on up to the Xbox 360, which is like my most recent childhood game. Like and I played. I want to talk about Super Mario World. I mean, I don't know if I ever played that, but it was wild. Like I never finished it though, because like I was like 8 years old when I played it. Yeah. But I remember Super Mario World. I played Super Mario 2, and one thing I want to say about that is like, why did they replace Bowser with a frog? I mean, that's beyond me. But yeah, I don't understand. I never finished that one either because, like I said, I was young and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Yeah. You know, PS2. I don't know if I played Mortal Kombat. Well, I was talking about Mortal Kombat, but I played like Mortal Kombat Deception and Armageddon, which is crazy because I had a lucid dream about Armageddon, but I ain't trying to get into that. Because I'm gonna keep this short.
Denline said Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Okay. Hold up on that. Yeah, no, after the Xbox 360 and stuff, I went back to the PS4. So, if y'all in the chat, y'all play PS4, PS games, you feel me? Nah, that's my call. Just wanted to fill up a little stuff. All right. Yeah, shout out to you, Honcho. Shout out to Wink. Hey, keep it going.
Already, man. Appreciate the call, D-Love. Y'all some young bucks. Y'all done missed out on some of the great. I see somebody talking
on the best shit. Period.
Talking about Neo Geo on the television. Man, I used to have.
Man, I never
cousin.
had it.
That nigga had the Atari, and so I used to go over there and fuck with that a little bit. Then that was right when I got a Nintendo, so I would take it over there. And like I said, he was a little bit older than me, man. But like I say, man, when we used to have the game, we used to have to put in work to play game. And like I said, the Nintendo was a process. Like when your Nintendo started fucking up, it was a process. When the little spring or whatever was fucked up, it wasn't just acting right. Or sometimes you put the game and that whole be all digitalized and pixelated, all froze up and shit. You had to blow in that motherfucker, try to wipe it down. I remember niggas, you try to put alcohol in that shit, put the quarter in the little thing to keep that hoe from moving, or put another cartridge in that bitch on top of it or some shit. Like,
you see the a major difference back then, nigga, it used to take you anywhere from 9 months to a year. Your skill level used to have to be up there back then, and it wasn't no memory cards, it wasn't no save spots. Unless you had certain games like Mike Tyson Punch-Out, like if you write the code down and you can go past a specific part that you done got to, you know what I'm saying? You used to have the right codes down, and you bet not lose that paper. Otherwise, you got to do it all over again, and that shit is hell, bro. Like having to be on the game all day. You talking about the damn game heating up. See, y'all don't know, on the regular Nintendo, and every nigga that didn't have the regular Nintendo, nigga, it used to be, nigga, sometimes you push the regular cartridge in, and sometimes that hoe will blank out, and it'll glitch up on you, and nigga, you gotta stick another game on top of that hoe. No, right there. Stick that hoe right there. Leave that hoe up, because you remember you used to have the part that could flip up in the front. Nigga, sit that hoe right there. Don't move. And you will pause that hoe till you just cut your TV off. And as soon as you got back home, we're doing whatever you was gonna do. Nigga, you would finish right where you was at, because it wasn't like the game was gonna cut off, like that hoe was gonna time off like these new games. Because we ain't even gotten to the HD systems like PS2 and 360, because we're talking 360, nigga. I'm a huge Gears of War fan. Bro, Fight Night Round 3, and we ain't even talking about Fight Night Round 1 on PS2 with James, Tony, and all them boys. Like, I was a Fight Night fan. You couldn't.
Man, that's something I think that they should. I think fucking EA, they sleeping right now, because they made, like, you know, they make all these games that they trying to make basically like services instead of games. A boxing game would be perfect for that because all you have to do is just keep updating the boxer. Motherfucker retire, you make him a special player or whatever, and then just update it as it goes along. And so you just, pay for a little service or whatever the fuck it is. Motherfuckers gonna fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you.
I had downloaded Fight Night Champions a few months ago. Yeah. Matter of fact, when I was in Boston. Matter of fact, I downloaded that whole thing. I was loading up Instagram stories and everything. I was beating the shit out of Manny Pacquiao. Nigga, I swear I want a new game where I can beat Errol Spence and I can body Keith Thurman. Like, I can't wait.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I say they tripping, man.
Hey, I got some business I got to go handle.
All right.
So I'm finna go ahead and I'm finna get on out here, man.
That's a BT.
Peace out to everybody, man. I'm gonna get back in this conversation probably later on. Check out y'all comments and see what y'all said. But hey, I appreciate you having me on tonight. This was a good den. Y'all make sure y'all call in, and I'm gonna check out the rest probably later on tomorrow when I wake up.
All right, that's a bet, man. Appreciate you coming through.
Already, bro.
Already. Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, it's a lot of throwback shit. Oh, let me adjust this real quick. Let me fix this here. Y'all look at that. Hold on. Let me edit some of this stuff real quick. Man, there's a lot of throwback shit. That is just like I say, man. Just games is just they help you when you were bored. You should have probably actually been outside playing and some shit, but they were always good for a good time waster. I saw somebody mention Breath of Fire. I don't know what Breath of Fire was. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember what it was. But that Maximum Carnage, I definitely had fucked with that. The little Avengers game. The Avengers had like a little beat 'em up game, and I'd fuck with that for a little while. Yeah, we'll bring that bit back right. Yeah. Okay. Let me get that right. All right, cool. Let me slide myself back to the middle. Wide body on y'all real quick. Hold on. Bow. So again, and shit. Hold on one second. Look. We finna swap everything up real quick. Get that off there. But again, like I say, it's a lot of damage. But I wish they would bring back a motherfucking fight night. I wish there would be a new fight night. That would be the livest shit going. Like I know that the MMA shit cool, but the thing about the MMA shit again is like you got to have those stars. And I guess people, they they falling out of love with boxing and stuff. If I was to do a boxing game, I would bring that bitch back. Make Floyd like a special character because he retired technically. I would have a lot of these young guns because there's a lot of people that's still in the boxing. Because obviously these motherfuckers making millions from these fucking pay-per-views still. So obviously people still fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is, I think that's definitely something that they should consider. But everybody's going in the way of MMA. But the thing is, MMA, if it's not a Conor McGregor fight, those fights really don't sell that well. I mean, if you go back and really look at the numbers outside of McGregor. I want to say they were doing damn near under $1 million for a while. You know what I'm saying? Man, I seen the 3D shit, but I never fuck with none of the 3D shit. You know what I'm saying? I never fuck with none of the 3D shit. You know what I'm saying? Max Payne, I saw you mention Max Payne. Max Payne was alive. Them motherfuckers used to be on them pills, tripping with itself. It was a level on Max Payne. I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one, but you have to walk like that little line of blood or whatever the fuck it was. Man, that shit there used to be terrible. I don't know why I used to keep fucking up on that shit. Yeah, that's why I say I hate that shit now. That the fucking games, the DLC, the just all that extra shit you got to do now. But the thing about it is funny because games prices haven't ever really changed. You know what I'm saying? They've always been like the same. But then you look at the value you get now compared to back then, and so that's kind of their excuse because game prices have always been about that same fucking price, high as shit. Especially when you playing like a little 8-bit game that really didn't last that long. I mean, depending on what it was, but. The Sonics used to go hard. I used to hate that fucking water level on. Which Sonic was that? Was that Sonic 2? I think it was Sonic. Yeah, it was Sonic 2. Because I know Sonic 2 is when they had Tails on that bitch. And then Tails used to always go harder than Sonic to me. That was my deal. Man, I've heard about this Witcher game. People have been telling me I need to play it. A bunch of people telling me it's a real good game. I'm gonna have to fuck with it one day. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Yeah, the hard shirt, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know about the beard. I can't grow a beard, so I got to wear a beard. That's just kind of how it is, But it's all Gucci. But again, man, like I said, there's been a lot of good games throughout the years, throughout the the ages. It's some, like I said, outside of that Mortal Kombat, I'm trying to think. It's supposed to be a couple other things. But again, I guess, all the hype was, well, last year. I keep forgetting we in 2019. And we already in fucking February. 2019, there was a lot of hype. The Red Dead was the shit. And, it was live. I don't know if online has gathered any brownie points. I know people wasn't fucking with it for a minute. I don't know if it's gotten better or not. I played online like once and then I ain't really been fucking with it. Yeah, PS2. Horizon. I ain't never played it. I haven't played it. Heavenly Sword. Don't think I ever played that bitch. Don't think I have. So, Sonic Unleashed. Don't think I played that either. But yeah, that's what I say. I hate all the DLC shit. Like, or motherfuckers will release a game and the game don't even really be ready. You fucking go get the game, and then that bitch got to download fucking 3 more gigs to fucking updates and shit. Like, niggas couldn't put this shit out ready to go in the first place. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers got to complain about all the shit that's fucking up. You know what I'm saying? And then they start fixing shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking the WWE games, man, because who put me on that? What was the 2K? But I got one of them. It's either 2K17 or 18. I can't remember what it was. That bitch is actually pretty fun. I think I stopped fucking with it because I used to do the little Rapper Royal Rumbles because you could download, like, all the people could create characters. You could just download the fucking you can download the fucking thing, man. And just all of created characters, and that's pretty cool when you allow, like, the community to get into it, because you find everybody in it. You got Trump on that whole Putin, motherfuckers be making all kind of rappers and shit like that. So I'll be in there fighting with them motherfuckers, but then get my ass whooped and shit. Yeah, Tupac and Biggie and that bitch. Like I said, they had that nigga Triple X on there. I stopped fucking with it after, like, I probably stopped fucking with it, like, the last couple times he died. I started getting my ass whooped. Let me see. Ooh, there's a bunch of stuff. Like I said, it's just a bunch of fucking games and things that are entertaining. Oh, we got to call. Take this call real quick. Like, what's the motherfucking deal? We got to call into the den this evening.
It's 100. This be love again. I figured I would call. There's somebody that's just calling. I'm gonna try to make this my last call for tonight.
Okay. Do you think? What's the motherfucking? What you want to drop, D-Love? Let me know what you're talking about, man.
Well, since you mentioned WWE, I figured I'd go ahead and tell a story about with some racist haters said to me online. This is on Xbox 360, and it was WWE 12. So, like, when I created my character, when I started playing WWE online, I was getting my tail kicked, but I realized it was because of the reversal. Like, reversing online is kind of different since it's online, and it's not really thing. But I was playing with these two. I was like maybe like a level 3. I was playing with these two Hall of Famers who they were like on level 12. Yeah. We were doing like a elimination chamber tag team match and stuff like that. So they were smart about it. They had a sense of, like, I come out first, then the person who starts, they come out first, and then we end up out. Like, the 3 of us end up out before, like, the 3 of them out, so we just jumped the hell out of them. So this dude in particular was using the Undertaker. He got out. For some reason, he was climbing the cage trying to do some shit. And then, my people, they beat up on him just like they beat up on everybody else. And then I'm trying to fast forward to the end of the match. We ended up winning. So I'm getting ready for the next fight. And the guy who, was using the Undertaker, he messaged me, and he was cussing me out and stuff like that. And the only thing I can remember is that at the very end of the message, he sent a vocal message. It was like, "Congratulations, you're hot." He sounded like he was 46 years old, living in a basement. So here's what happened. I messaged him back vocally since he messaged me vocally. I was like, "Well, chill out. It's just a game. You were climbing the cage, not even trying. What do you expect?" I climbed up, got him, beat him up. All right. So after that, he listened to my vocal message, and he noticed that I had melanin in my tone, because the very first thing he said when he messaged back was like, viewer discretion advised, y'all. It was like, "Hey, nigger." Yes, he said that. He was like, "Hey, nigger, how about you come to the back of my yard, pick cotton and some shit like that." And then I messaged him back saying, "Bro, get off your period. It's just a game." He messaged back again saying, cussing me out. And he told me that, I'm going to try to quote what he said. It was like, "If you tell me to get off my period again, you're going to have to sell your Xbox about it. You're going to have to find a new Xbox by selling your mother's ass," some shit like that. I ended up sending him the very last message. You know, like, bro, it's a fucking game. You know, get off your period, whatever, whatever. And that was it. I never heard from him again, and I never hoped to. Yeah, I mean, I just said I'd tell you that story. Like, that shit was crazy as hell. Man, I mean, that was on Xbox. That's the thing, you know. Xbox, it was live. It was lit, you know. I always meeting somebody, like, people always talk, you know. People always have their mics on them. As PS4 is pretty dry. You know, I still fuck with PS4 over Xbox because I grew up playing PS4 or PlayStation in general. But that's one thing I can say is that Xbox is, you know, lit.
Yeah,
that's my cause.
That's the thing though about it, man. It's unfortunate you had that experience, but yeah, motherfuckers they be talking shit, man. That's just what it is. They ain't really about that type of action in real life. That's their safe zone. They know ain't nothing gonna happen to them, and so they just talk shit. You can't even let that shit. Can't even let it phase you, man.
It was crazy. I mean, I don't know, man. That's one of the. I got plenty of messages, you know, hate messages after whooping somebody on any game on Xbox. But that one was just crazy as hell. Okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Let somebody else call in, or just get back into the chat.
All right. Well, appreciate your call, there, D-Love. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. That's the one thing though about gaming now, especially with all that online shit. That's the difference between couch co-op versus online co-op. You know, online motherfuckers gonna say all kind of shit. They get mad. The fuck. They get mad, you know, when you beat them. Cause I know when I was fucking with Dead by Daylight pretty tough. I ain't played that in a while. And, you know, you'd have a good game, and, you know, you end up killing everybody. Motherfuckers get mad. You're camping, or you're doing like, what the fuck? How the fuck am I camping? I'm all out and nothing, murdered all of y'all. If I can't be camping, if I'm just holding down one person, that's one thing. But, you know, if all you just mad because you the first motherfucker that got killed, or, you know, whatever it is, some of the motherfuckers make it too easy to kill. They think they're going to juke you out because you used to have a lot of glitches for the fucking survivors in that bitch. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got called into the den this evening?
It's Leadman.
Leadman. What the fuck? What's the motherfucking deal, Leadman? What would you like to drop in the den? Yes.
Have you ever been ever been cursed out during a game, or has anyone ever called you the N-word because they were so mad because they lost?
I'm being honest. I don't think. Probably. Let's just be realistic. Through all the gaming, I'm sure it's happened. I probably just don't recall it. But the thing about it is, you know, again, like I said, I don't just with online shit, whether it's even, you know, internet shit, because motherfuckers that call me nigga in the fucking streams and shit, and I don't let that shit fade. So it probably doesn't register, because again, like I said, if it was a whole different arena, if we were talking about actual real life, these are motherfuckers that would never say these kind of things. They wouldn't even step in your presence. You know, they clear the building or some shit like that, or they would keep that type of shit to themselves. So I don't even recognize motherfuckers like that. So I'm pretty sure it probably has happened. But the most I get is like people will complain and send like a little message after you beat them. That's what I say. The only one I really remember that I would get a lot of flack more recently was when I was playing Dead by Daylight. Motherfuckers would send messages. So some people will actually show you love, man. Good game. You know, yeah, you got us all. Blah, blah. Then there'll always be some mad motherfuckers. He'd be the first one to get killed, or you catch him right at the end or some shit because he goofing off thinking he's going to do some extra shit. And they plan didn't work, so they mad at you. It's like, man, that's your stupid ass fault. Should have got to the motherfucking exit or some shit, you know. So I'm pretty sure it's happened, but like I said, that shit don't faze me. Like I say, shit that when there's that invisible barrier in between people, like I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. Like I don't take none of that shit serious. Online shit talk, don't take it serious. I just laugh a lot of shit off because, like I say, you know, these people don't got that kind of gall when you face to face and in person. And so again, like they say, they not real to me, therefore they don't exist.
Yeah, because it reminded me of a couple years ago. I was playing Madden and some dude started raging because I was blowing him out, and he started saying that, "Oh, I'm gonna dox you. I'm gonna leak your address and all that." So I wonder why people do that. Like, why do people threaten because of a game? you know.
Because people are like, that's their only avenue to any kind of success in life. People who have real lives and who actually do things don't give a fuck about shit. Like, I mean, it's the same thing with these Twitter warriors, any other person on like these social medias and stuff, who are upset about some shit that really doesn't even involve them, and they want to start doxing people. Oh, I'm going to put your information. Instead of putting my information out, why don't you use it? If you got my information, why don't you do something about it? But most motherfuckers not going to do that. They're going to put the shit out there and hope somebody else does something because they don't have the balls to do it. Yeah, you can get the information, but what are you going to do? You're not going to do shit. And so that's my thing. Like, it's a lot of cowards out there, and they get mad and upset because you ruin their little shit fest. That's why, and unfortunately, not to make light of it, but that's why that shit happened in fucking Jacksonville a few months back with the Madden thing, because that's the only area of life where he was worth the fuck. Outside of that, he was a scummy piece of shit, and they ruined his little bubble or whatever that he was in, and he couldn't deal with it because once he realized I'm completely not worth shit in any aspect of life. I'm nothing that I thought I was. He spazzed out and he killed those people, man. But that's just how people are. So they don't know what else to do, because they think this is where they're good at. They think this is their realm. The rest of their life fucking sucks. And so they try to take it out on people online or whatever else it is. So that's why I say I actually feel bad for those kind of people. Like, I don't care. It's the same thing with people, like I say, who just do overwhelming amounts of trolling and shit like that. 9 times out of 10, they live or lead a sucky ass life, and it's trash. And so the only way they find pleasure is by trying to make somebody else feel, or they think that they make someone else feel the way that they feel inside. So that's really all it is.
So you don't believe there's a correlation between playing violent video games and causing a mass murder?
No, absolutely not. Because if that was the case, then everybody should be dead. Because, shit, millions of motherfuckers. How many people bought that new Call of Duty? It ain't even all that good. All the fucking, I saw somebody talking about Modern Warfare, all this shit. Like, if that was the case, it should be murders, mass murders in every town, every fucking day. Because everybody's playing violent fucking video games. I should have gone on a murderous rampage, hacking people up and hanging them on hooks and shit from playing all the dead bodies. Like, there's no correlation. I mean, if anything, it probably prevents more of that than anything else, because you'd have a bunch of motherfuckers who felt like they weren't good at anything, and that's where they thrive. So I don't think that's the case. I don't think at all.
Okay. Just one more thing, kind of not related to the topic, but have you seen the chick on Dr. Phil?
No, what chick on Dr. Phil?
The teenager that loves to be spoiled. Like, she can't, like, she spends $7,000 a day, I think, or a week on just her makeup and her looks.
Who's doing that? Who's spending that money on her?
It's some chick. Like, I feel like every person that goes on Dr. Phil just goes there for clout, but she's just saying that, that she needs the attention that she loves. Like, all she does is go on YouNow and streams, and then people donate. Like, I don't know what the point is, that she needs all this, even though she knows that she can still probably go without the makeup. Like, in her mind, she thinks that she needs all this makeup to validate her. So, I don't know if it's some clout thing, or if she's actually being real.
Motherfuckers are insecure with themselves, and that's why you see the more makeup they wear, the more insecure they generally are. And that's why I say I'm not a big fan of women who wear a shit ton of makeup. Everybody can do what they want to, and again, people get upset by me saying this, but guess what? Everybody's not meant to like everybody, so I can have my own personal preferences. If it upsets you, oh well. But again, but there's some dudes out there that like that. They want the motherfucker to look like a fake ass Barbie or some shit, and they get all in it. I'm not with that shit, man. So again, she's insecure with herself more than likely. I don't even want to get into it because, dudes are catering to these habits apparently. If they're just giving her money for whatever, it is what it is. I don't even know, man. That sounds wild. But if she was ever to fall out of the ability to do that type of stuff, expect a mental issue to rear its head very soon. Oh, I fell off the thing. I remember that shit. Yeah, that's all I think about that.
Yeah. I mean, she's. Well, never mind. I don't want to say it. She's underage, so never mind.
Yeah, don't say that. We've already had your conversation about dating young. Leadman. I'm sorry, that was Edman, not Leadman. Leadman would never date young.
I said Leadman because I took an L today, but.
Oh, okay. What kind of?
Yeah, like I slipped during the stairs and some chick saw me, so it was kind of embarrassing, but I was still able to walk it off. So. Okay,
all right. As long as you didn't pull a hammy, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. But that's a bet, Ed, man. Appreciate the call, man.
All right. Love you, Brent.
I was not prepared. I should have known, but I was not prepared. Jerry says again, what do you think makes the older games seem like they were more fun? Do you think it was because we were younger? And do you feel like kids nowadays will talk about games like we do now? I think they will, but I think it's going to be different because now, gaming is so different. Because now you can have a whole fucking Nintendo on your phone and still have all the other fucking room in the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they'll appreciate it like we did because we had a limited selection and you had to appreciate what you had. Now it's just some people are phone gamers, some people are, you got PS4, you got, your Xbox, of course, but you got PC gamers and that's taking it to a whole nother level. But I think they might. Cause certain games are just, certain people have certain genres and you kind of see where people thrive in some of those things. I think when you look back at some of the Grand Theft Autos and things like that, I think people will still talk about those. Original Grand Theft Auto, that fucking last level was crazy. I hated that. I hated the original Grand Theft Auto because our buddy was a mute and he never said shit. And that used to bug the fuck out of me. Like, that shit used to motherfucking bug me because he would never fucking talk. That was bothersome to me. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's your boy Josh again, man.
Josh, what's the motherfucking deal? Josh, what you want to drop in the den tonight, man?
All right, man. But about the gaming, man, it's almost I'm not like that old, but it's like I'm in college pretty much. So I'm like the oldest one I can go back is playing the Nintendo 64 with like playing Mario Kart and stuff like that. How that was fun and how dude used to blow the cotton wheels out the video game to make sure it worked, and then half the time don't even work when you're doing that. Used to miss them old times, man. But nowadays, I guess with technology doing what it's doing, man, it even got to the point where even I was at the game yesterday. I bet you like everybody knows that Pac-Man game. You run around, try to eat much thing, try to run away from them. You got people out here playing Pac-Man at the Fertitta Center, low key. Walking on the court playing Pac-Man. Like they got that type of technology over there, UH now. So it's interesting, man, and games have evolved over time, and that's where we at. So
okay, that's wild. I'm gonna have to see what that's all about. That actually sounds pretty interesting. Pac-Man in the Fertitta Center, interesting. Okay.
Oh yeah, man. Like if y'all ain't been out there, man, it's the real deal out there, man. Like it gets better and better every game. So I should probably check it out.
Okay. That's a bit, man. I appreciate the class. The call there, Josh.
All right, man.
Already. Yeah, that's what's up. But that makes me think though. Think about it. Gaming has changed. Fucking Pokemon Go. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers out there catching invisible shit. Like, your shit ain't even the same. It's like, you don't even get to have the same experience playing some shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. But they do got a new, like, crazy-ass Pac-Man game. I saw one last time I went bowling. Not Edman style bowling, but bowling. They had some crazy Pac-Man shit going on, like some old two-player type shit. You both play at the same time type shit. Then they got some old disco-y Pac-Man shit. I seen some Pac-Man anniversary shit on Xbox or whatever. Her Pac-Man doesn't end. I don't know how that goes, so fuck that. you know, fuck all that shit. Pokemon Go is dead. I saw something about a motherfucker talking about, man, he was driving a nigga around in the fucking Uber or Lyft or whatever to play Pokemon Go, and dude was like 40 years old. So there's that. All right, D-Love, man, appreciate you following through. Ed, man, I don't know why Ed, man, doesn't come anymore. I think Jay Bird ran him up out of here. I think Jay Bird harassed him too much. You know, Jay Bird is a bully. You know, so I think that's unfortunate. Or what if Edman is Jay Bird? Yeah, he didn't stop commenting ever since Jay Bird came through stunting about the AirPods and shit. Last thing I heard him say was, you know, it smelled like broken here, and then Edman stopped fucking with him, man. That man was like, fuck that shit. I don't have to whoop that nigga Jay Bird. But nah, you know what I'm saying? Say nigga the closet. Oh, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
It's Edmund.
Edmund, what's the motherfucking deal, Edmund? Question for you, Edmund, before you ask. Why don't you text in the chat anymore?
And it's because, you know, I'm listening to the conversation, but I'm not participating due to the fact that I have, you know, shit to do, so I can't. So I'm basically multitasking.
Okay.
And also because Jay Bird called me the Hispanic version of Kevin Hart, but you know, I let that slide.
Okay. Yeah, don't whoop him, man. He a youngster. He don't know better. No, don't hurt him. You know, let him make it.
And like I told my mama, like I told him, like next time if he wants to pull up, like he can pull up, but you know, I don't want him to go to school and say that he got converted into a tranny, but anyway.
That's not cool.
You know, that's the explanation as to why I don't participate in the chat, but you know, I still listen in.
Okay.
And then hopefully Jay Bird can get a new transplant in his dick, so we'll see.
Clearly he's a ma'am. It's a ma'am. Okay. All right, so what you got there, man? What you wanna drop in the conversation?
I just wanted to drop my confession to Brandon. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to do it by singing a song to him.
Okay, go on.
All right.
So, there's that. Don't worry about Led, man. He's 2 L's. What is that? That's like when it's in Spanish, 2 L's is like a Y sound. He's Yedman because he has taken 2 L's today. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to switch it up. I'm gonna have to adjust to where I can see who called it in, because usually I don't, and I let it go randomly because I think it makes it that much more entertaining when I don't know who's calling in. But I may have to switch it so I see who's calling in, because some of these shenanigans must cease. So what's your opinion on dudes that fall in love with female characters? Strange. Very strange. Very strange. I ain't gonna lie though. Don't do it. Because somebody, look, I ain't gonna lie. Don't do it. At least not the fucking video game characters. But, you know, can't lie. Some of those chicks that do that cosplay shit, it can be very interesting. We'll say the least. But them motherfucking bitches, they be making a killing, dog. Them bras make a fucking killing doing that shit because they cater to all these like gamer dude fantasies and making these motherfuckers think they really got a shot. And they go to these fucking conventions and dress up like these video game characters and all that shit. And motherfuckers be falling in love and doing all that other shit. You know, it's hard out there for the ladies. It's so hard out there for the ladies. But we're talking about games and the youngsters, if they will appreciate, you know, games nowadays like we did back then. Again, like I said, I think it's just so much. What are you talking about? There's so much shit going on that, you know, you're so distracted. So I don't think you can truly appreciate it. Again, you know, certain people, they find their select little niche and that's what they fuck with. But I think there's so many good games and there's so many opportunities to play shit that it can be pretty difficult. You know, it could definitely be pretty difficult to. I think there's just too much distraction these days too. Because like then, I mean, you didn't have all the 24/7 entertainment. And then, like I said, you had to work to enjoy games back then. Like Winky said, you know, the Game Informers. I remember EGM magazine, Electronic Gaming Monthly. What else? It was another one. IGN. I want to say IGN. I know they got the website. I'm going to say IGN had a magazine. There was a couple other little magazines out there, man. Tarjay. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So, I know we're talking gaming and stuff like that, but I want to know how y'all feel. I want to get back to the old conversation about old buddy. Just briefly. Because this has been on my mind and I've just been sitting here thinking, you know, yeah, you got the little video with the two dudes on the video. Okay. But what if that's a convenient thing to say to cover up your situation? Because I'm just like, my thing is just like, he's only off camera for 60 seconds. How? And they talk about, oh, he fought his attackers off. Okay. That sounds good. But apparently you had to be walking in the direction of them. Again, the timing, it seems to be a little bit off as to when they saw those dudes on camera. You know, apparently they were waiting around for at least an hour and a half after the fucking, because they said that they were there an hour and a half before that incident took place. So you're telling me they waited around in the cold for close to 2 hours just to pull this off? Again, you're a celebrity, you got money. You go to Subway at 2 a.m. Now, I know you got a lot of services. I don't know how late some of those food services run, but I'm sure they run rather late. But you're walking. You've recently received death threats. But you're going to go walking in your own town, you know. Another thing, and that I find oddly convenient, like extremely oddly convenient. This is what I found really, really odd. Like exactly like, you know, most people, if you were at home or wherever you were at that time, you know, when you're late, people expect you to pretty much stay in. Unless they were going to sit there all night long just to wait for you to do whatever. Maybe they knew he had certain habits. Again, maybe it was somebody close to him knew some things. That's why it just seems set up to me. Again, the guys were clothed in a manner where it's going to be hard to tell whoever it was. And again, it could have happened, but it still seems, like I say, set up to me. Broken ribs, right, is what they say. I haven't seen anything that said broken ribs. Everybody keeps saying, he's got broken ribs. He's got broken ribs. I haven't seen anything about broken ribs. From what they say on the video, he seemed to casually stroll back to the apartments or where he was at, you know, past the concierge, past security and all that other stuff. Didn't request help. If your ribs were broken, it's going to be a little tough to breathe. It's going to be a little hard to function. And you're not going to wait 45 minutes to call the laws, deal with the cops, then go to the hospital. Like, you're going to be in some pain. You're going to want to know what's going on immediately. So, yeah, you know, I get all my sandwiches at 2 a.m. What the fuck? Man, that shit is ridiculous. And the thing is, you're going to stroll and fucking, because like I say, people were saying it was under 20, but like I said, I went back, I did a time check, and it was the weather check, and it was 9. They said it was 9 degrees out there, between 8 and 9 degrees at that time. And then that's when the vortex came in a few hours after that. So even then, in 9-degree weather, who the fuck is doing that? Strolling in the snow? I'm just gonna go to nobody does that at 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't care if it's a safe part of town. I don't care if you comfortable in that area. Nobody's doing that. You know, it's just odd. Like, the timing, the whole setup is odd. People are like, well, what does he have to risk to do this? Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. In my opinion, I think Lee Daniels is a kind of scummy, scammy type person. And I think that he would organize something like that. He all on the, why is he so cool with this dude? You know, I mean, actors and directors, of course, you do movies or whatever, but I don't see actors and directors being just all that close all the time. Yeah, you know, you want me to do certain things, but you all on FaceTime with him and all of this. I understand y'all both have a gay agenda to push. Lee Daniels hates, he hates all straight people. You know, he hates black people. He could be using them as a pawn, because Lee Daniels talk about, that's why I say, like, people kill me with this Lee Daniels shit, because he's even said it. You know what I'm saying? He basically hated because, you know, he felt like they ostracized him because he was gay. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he set it up, man. I really don't feel like I wouldn't be surprised. He said, Uber, when I went to Seattle, when we got snowed out, they charged $200 to go. I'm like, damn. Yeah, they ain't gonna run up on him. Fuck all that bullshit, Lee Daniels. Can I get my money? That's why I say he's a shady dude, because, you know, he took all that money from all the folk. He paid everybody else back, but didn't want to pay Dame Dash money. Why Dame couldn't get his money? He put you on before any of the motherfuckers put you on. We can talk about this later. Like, man, fuck all that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't put nothing past anybody. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, because I think sometimes I talk about, or maybe I really don't talk about it that much, but you think about the people who write like these horror movies and they come up with these intricate plots. It's not just random. All right, let me just think. This type of stuff is in their mind. And some of these people have egos. It's like, well, I wonder if I could pull this off in real life. You know, I wonder if I could pull this off in real life. And they will definitely, I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, you know, because right now, I think everybody killed me. He's all about peace and love. But he calling Trump, yo, bitch ass nigga, fuck you, this, and this. And I find it odd, you know. Like, where's the limit of who can call somebody a bitch ass nigga? What is that? Is there like a line? Is there like some rules on who can call who a bitch ass nigga? But he was just a bunch of shit, you know. What I'm saying, that don't sound like peace and love and moving forward to me. You know, where did the MAGA stuff come from? And then now apparently they didn't say that now it was MAGA country. They didn't have MAGA hats. But again, that shit wasn't even said the first time. All of a sudden now your manager was on the phone. All of a sudden now, you know, you heard that and he heard that. But they had to see that on TMZ for the cops to go back and follow up with that. Like I was say, it's just so much fucking bullshit. But again, album coming soon. And you know, again, like, think about it. Conniving motherfuckers, they think like this. I'm like, man, look, you got an album coming soon. It'll make your name huge. I guarantee that album is going to be, it's going to be a top selling album. Now, you know, you do this shit early, just before February. You know, you get the hype coming up about your album. You're going to do a lot of promo before March. And people know your name. You know, you've been associated with this hate crime. Now your album's number one. Now you're a famous singer to go along with your acting career or whatever. Like, and people are like, well, he's famous. I don't know. I've never heard of the dude until now. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard, like, I don't know, because again, like I said, you got people that come to me, hey, you don't know why you can't. It's a fucking crime about a fake hate crime. It has nothing to do with the show. If it was just about the show, I really wouldn't give a fuck, because I don't give a fuck. But again, it's so much shit. And that's what I say, you're starting to see them get more and more quiet about it. They really ain't saying nothing. I couldn't make that jump. But again, you know, just a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of tomfoolery with these stories. And I think what you have is you have a lot of people who are emotionally tied into the conversation, emotionally attached to, you know, the show because they think those people are really their friends or something. Interesting. Again, this one person I've been arguing with. Like, I really believe her last name is Black Lives Matter. Really? Yeah, that's what I think. You know, again, it's crazy stuff. And to me, it's a lot of hype behind this shit. And I think it's just again, what does he have to gain out of it? Millions of dollars. Honestly, millions of dollars. So what happens to all these people? People start donating money to them. People start putting them on this pedestal. They start making them these fake martyrs. And like, everybody wants somebody else to be the hero for them. They don't want to be their own goddamn hero. They want to be they want to make somebody else. Yeah, he's standing up for all of these. Somebody try to see he's standing. They don't stand up for me. That nigga don't stand up for nothing I stand for. His issue is not my issue. The black issue and the gay issue are not the same. These are completely different. What do they call that shit? Intersectionality or whatever. Intersections, whatever you want to call it. These are not, and that's what happens a lot. Is the gay issue gets tied to the black issue all the time. And so it's two different struggles. You know what I mean? Because what happens, and it kills me because a lot of people are always saying, well, hey, well, the straight black men, they need to stand up for the gays and y'all don't ever want to. But where's our issue? Like, what is it? What's in it for us? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, like who's standing up for the men? Because the women aren't. The feminists hate us. We're the problem with everything. You know, we ain't done shit to your motherfucking ass. The gay black men tend to side with the feminists for the most part. Is the majority of what I see. You know, there's not a lot of love, but we're supposed to, you know, stand up for everybody, but nobody's supposed to represent for us. So that's why I say the struggles are different. It's not the same. And again, I don't wish harm on anybody. I don't want to, again, but I just don't think it was the way they said it was. I don't think that happened like that. I don't think it was anything like that. Two motherfuckers, if they got you and apparently they broken a rib or two ribs or whatever. I've heard, like I said, I've heard all kinds of shit. Broken two ribs and had how do you put a noose on somebody's neck, or how do you put a rope on somebody's neck? I don't see that happening standing up. They'd have to be knocked down to the ground, right? Like, I would think that you'd have to be on the ground to be able to put a rope on somebody's neck. I don't see how you just let somebody get you like that standing up. 60 seconds, not that much time. Again, if nobody else was around the vicinity premise, what stopped them from that? He didn't fight him off that well if he ended up with some broken ribs and a rope around his neck. So he didn't get him off of him that much. I'm assuming he had to be on the ground in some fashion because apparently there was road salt on his sweater, but nowhere else on his body. And again, why did it take so long to call the police? If you're going to keep the rope on to quote unquote preserve the evidence, right? Why wouldn't you have called them sooner? Why wouldn't you have immediately got off the phone with your manager? Hey, you're going to feel the pain of broken ribs. I need to call the police, or I need to call them because I need to make sure everything is as fresh as possible in my memory, in everything. I feel like he went to old buddy's house. If it did happen, they discussed some things or something happened and he had to come up with a story and fabricate. Well, I did see two dudes outside, so I could say, you know, yada, yada, whatever. I mean, I honestly don't, it's hard for me to believe, man. Like, it's hard for me to believe. I mean, like I said, I have my angles on certain conspiracy theories, but I don't even think this is like a conspiracy theory. I just can't really believe it because shit don't add up. Like, in my past, I've been in my fair share of dust-ups. Okay? If you get into an altercation with two motherfuckers and they kind of get the jump on you, they're going to have a clear advantage. You know, okay, yeah, there are times that you can't get back up depending on how the situation pans out. But a dude like that, I just don't see it the way they're trying to make it seem. The story just does not seem fathomable. Yeah, we got the rope on it, MAGA country. If they had the bad intentions enough to be waiting around in the cold to track you down and do all this other shit, you'd be really fucked up. You'd be really, really fucked up because they'd be ready to they'd be trying to take your life. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They'd be trying to fucking take your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, you know? So, you know, there's that. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's your boy Josh again, talking about the topic that you're talking about now, man.
All right, what you want to drop in the end, Josh? What you want to talk about?
All right, about that topic, man. I was gonna sit on it, but I was like, nah, I had to say it because, like, I think someone brought it up in one of my classes at UH. I think, yesterday, and I just said the word that that was fake, and then two girls looked at me. It seems like they were like kind of mad or upset or some shit. And I was just like, two of them asked me at the same time, why? And I was just like, whoa, like, I'm like, yeah, I was saying the same things that you were saying about the rope and who'll be outside late at night, that cold in Chicago. You got some places saying Chicago was colder than Antarctica or some shit like that. So who'll be outside trying to rob somebody? I thought people would be outside trying to get home, get somewhere. I mean, homeless people wouldn't be robbing people if that cold outside. No. But anyway, they were mad about that. I mean, I don't know why. It is what it is. But so really with that topic, man, I mean, and this is the type of stuff that I hate because we already got this fake news narrative being put out there, but now Trump's validated now. Now you got people out here, hopefully it's not, but you got people out here making fake news about stuff like this, because this is fake news if it isn't real. I mean, so, but one more thing though. I know this a little bit off topic, but I know that I have, like, I don't want to be on no Ed Man type stuff, but I know I have like some success, meet women, get women and stuff like that in the past and currently right now, but it's almost like now, like, I guess my situation has almost been so bad to the point where I have the confidence and I know how to, get in the ins and outs of everything. I know people, I make connections, I network pretty well, but it's just like at the back of my mind, it's just like, damn, like, I know my life is ass. Like, what's the next step? Like, how can I get to part 2 or part 3 when, the first part of my life is just complete trash right now? And I know it's going to get better over time, but I don't want it to be a position where it's just like, damn, like everything that I've been seeking for has now been taken by somebody else, just because I'm not in a position to take advantage of it, if that makes any sense. So, I want to know your opinion about that, man.
Okay, so repeat the last part a little bit for me, because I'm trying to make sure I'm
yeah, so the point I was getting to is, like, I can pretty much achieve everything I want to achieve, but it's like the way my life is right now, I can't do any of that right now, if that makes sense.
Okay. I'm a little bit, so basically you believe in your, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, so you're saying you believe in yourself and your ability to do everything you have your mindset on. It's just right now it's going to take some time to get there. The situation you're in, you got to take care of some things, essentially school and stuff like that, to get to where you want to get. Okay. My thing is, and certain things just take time, man. Certain things just take time. I believe, like I say, as far as, I think you got to, maybe, I don't want to say you got too much, but you just got to focus on things in sections and just take care of them as they go. Kind of like the advice I gave Ed Man the other day, or somebody I gave the other day, about right now with you being in school and you trying to obtain a certain degree or whatever it is you're pursuing, don't worry about anything but school. Anything as far as relationships, females, that's all temporary. Don't take none of that shit serious. Like, worry about that shit once you got your shit together, once you've established yourself in life. Like, worrying about all that shit in school, it's just another burden on your plate. And I mean, like, because I remember I think you had shared a story about a roommate who had kind of got fucked up over a chick and ended up getting out of school and, kind of falling off. So don't put yourself in a situation to where that can happen, Focus on one thing at a time. And right now that's school, man. Get school done, get your degree, get a job that you want. I'm not saying don't entertain, some female company along the way, but don't take nothing too serious. Like, don't have anything serious in your mind. And if a chick is trying to make something serious and that's not what you're seeking right now, don't get yourself talked into something you don't want to be in. That's my advice to you. Like, right now, your focus is you being the best you that you can be, because if you spend more time focusing on you being a better you, then you're going to have plenty of options in the future. I mean, that'll never change. And again, if somebody can't go in accordance with what you're trying to have, they can't agree with your life, don't adapt. I mean, you're on the right track right now. So stay on that track and do the best for you. And because when you improve yourself, your options open up. So don't settle for something now and, because you feel like you're missing some shit. And that's not what it is.
Yeah.
Just build up yourself and open up your options. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it because other people have been saying. With me, it's just like I ask like certain people like certain questions, like, but it's all I'm trying to all get to the same thing. And if I keep hearing like the same answer, then I know that that's what I need to do. And I've been hearing that what you've been saying through to other people, so that's what I'm pretty much gonna start doing now. Like I've been doing it, but I wanted to know if I was on the right track. Because I'm not that dude that's kind of like do that because I've seen other people before me did that, got caught up, and then they can't go back. So I just want confirmation of if I was on the right track or not. But
yeah. That's the right path.
So I appreciate you say that, and I'm sorry for anybody in chat if I was too, confused or anything.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I just had to double check to make sure I was hearing the right thing. But man, that's a bet, man. Josh, I appreciate your call there, man.
All right, man.
All right. Yeah, man. You young bucks, you gotta focus. Otherwise, y'all will turn into Jaybird when you grow up. You don't want to do that. There's that whole thing. Let's see. Yes, the Dr. Phil show. We give advice. Sometimes at the den, people need advice. Sometimes we talk about life. That's the thing about the den. The den, you got to understand the den, Tina S. The den is like, I don't know if you hang out with people or have hung out with people or how that goes, but you ever have people over and it could be a living room. Some people might call it the living room their den, or, your den might be a back room similar to the living room. And when you're in the den, you're comfortable. You have conversations that you might not have out in public because usually it's your close personal friends. You ain't just having anybody in your house. And that's what the den is about, being able to have those conversations. If it's things that you need to discuss, things that are on your mind, we talk about them in the den, whatever it may be, whatever it may be. Sometimes it ain't along with the topic, but if people have to, if people got questions, I'll do my best to answer them, or the chat will do their best to provide input. That's ultimately what it's about. So say we're all friends in the den, whether we agree, whether we disagree. The goal is to be a little bit better when you leave than you were when you came in. That don't always happen. Sometimes we probably lose a couple of brain cells in the den every now and then, but it is what it is. So yeah, because when you shine and females got like that extra sensory sensor. Oh, this nigga got something going on, and it's like, let me see what this nigga's about. What's up, nigga? Hey, you ain't gonna have to, get in shape. That's two things you gotta do. Just stay focused and get in shape, man. Just stay focused and get in shape. When I was in shape, you really don't have to do anything. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, you don't have to do anything. That's why, like, yeah, actors and all them motherfuckers, they get women, but athletes get more premium selection of women than any actor, any of those musicians thing, because they are optimal in their physicality. And trust me, that's the thing that women appreciate. You say, is the right time to start pursuing a relationship while being broke financially, or maybe not? No, you want to get your stuff together. Trust me, you don't want to date broke. I've been there. So there's that. But see, the actor, depending on the actor, they get nice chunks of change at a time, depending on who it is. But because there was a thing that, like I say, when I used to work labor, even in construction and other stuff, like, my thing is I'm gonna bust my ass. Like, 'cause the harder you work, the faster the day goes by. And I want to say it was at lunch one time, we were having a conversation. We'd be out talking all kind of crazy shit, and a woman was like, women like watching men work labor or, work hard because they imagine them in that situation, not them actually doing the work. So there's no woman wants to do that. But the effort and the physicality that you put on, like I say, when I was loading trucks and shit, and they imagine you using that same physicality on them. Trust me, women have dirty minds just like men. You know what I mean? So they just are better at hiding it. And that's really all it is. There's no difference. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's going on, honey?
Oh, God damn it. What's the motherfucking deal? God damn, that's my bro right there.
What's going You know what's up, buddy. How you doing tonight,
man? I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good, man. How'd your situation go with the fishes and the misses last night?
Man, I'm still in the goddamn truck.
Oh, goddamn it! It sucks. He's still in the truck.
I couldn't come back and get. I caught a bass, but I couldn't get no ass.
Damn it! Yeah, I hate when it goes like that. It's like that sometimes, you know.
Hey, if you don't succeed, you try again, man.
Yeah, that's right. It ain't over if you haven't lost until you quit. As long as you don't quit, you're still in the game.
Hey, as long as I don't quit, I'm gonna stay legit.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about there, brother. That's what I'm talking about. So I mean, I got
what's going on in the den tonight, man?
I mean, we've been talking video games. I like some good video games. We were talking classic video games. Then we talked a little bit about Jesse. Goddamn, I keep wanting to call him Jesse Lee Peters. Jesse Smollett. We talked about him a little bit. But you played them video games there?
Oh, this motherfucker again, man.
Yeah, it ain't stopped with him. But you ever play them video games?
Hey, man, all I got to say about Justice Bullet, whatever his name is, man, I hope the brother gets better, bro. I really hope that that the Magna, whatever you want to call it, brother, it stops, man, because the man didn't deserve it. But I don't want to talk about that, man. I'm done with that.
Okay.
About the video games, brother, I still got an old ass Atari that I'm still playing with, man.
You'll never be sorry as long as you keep that Atari, goddammit, brother. I tell you that.
God, man, I love my damn Atari, brother.
Yeah, that's the original. That's an OG right there,
brother. You know what I mean?
Okay. What you got? What's
what's on your mind, man? What's going on, Honcho?
Oh man, not too much, man. I'm just thinking about old classic Atari. What do you play on that Atari there? You play that there Pong? You play that
oh man,
that Pong was pretty dope.
Man, brother, that right there, that's the deal right there, bro. I had to take off my britches to play that one, man. Got to take off the britches to get the riches, brother.
Man, you got to get comfortable. I mean, if you're gonna be an expert at what you do, you got to be in your comfort zone. And hey, sometimes you can't be in your comfort zone with your britches on. Okay, it's just two different zones, and so you got to do what you got to do, brother. I understand it.
Honcho, you know something, brother. You know something, man.
Yeah. Hey,
look, man, I don't want to keep you too long, man. I just had to stop in the den. You know what I mean? And brother got my bush going tonight. You know how that goes. I ain't got to tell you that.
That's automatic.
But man, it's coming every night thing, man. I got to call the den and you check in. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm talking about, brother. And I appreciate that. Call the den, you check in, I wreck in. I think that's what you got. I mean, you know what? I like the consistency, brother. That's what I'm talking about. A man, a reliable gentleman that's consistent. That's what you got to have, man. And I appreciate that.
Hey, man, you know what, Honcho? One day, brother, we're going to have to drink some bush together, bro.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, brother. Don't be out there chasing the bush. Drink the bush, Hey, that's what it's all about.
What you say, brother? Don't be chasing what?
Don't be out there chasing the bush. Just drink some bush, That's what it's all about there, bro.
Goddamn right, brother. You know what, Honcho? This brother knows something. I'm not even going to call you a nigger, bro. Because you're far from it. You know what I mean?
You're not like those other niggers, You're not like them, No,
you're a sophisticated nigger. Goddamn right, Honcho, man.
Oh man.
Oh man. Everybody, look, man. Like I said, man, go ahead and continue with your broadcast, brother. I'm gonna be tuned in from the truck because that's why I'm stuck here tonight.
Oh man, hey man, you stay warm in that truck, brother, man, and I hope everything gets fixed, and you be back in there with the missus in no time. And I appreciate your call there, goddamn it. You're one real SOB.
Right, Honcho.
All right there, brother. I appreciate it.
You stay. Huh? All right. Goddamn right, man. You have a good night, brother.
You too there, brother.
All right, man.
Oh, that's fucking funny as shit, man. That's fucking funny. Shout out to Lyric, man, holding it down, man. P.O.P. Holy Dime. Oh, yeah, I already know what that is. Let's see. I see the Sauce Sports. Interesting. Very interesting. With the super throwback logo. There you go. Appreciate that. Yeah. Man. So I'm just in here thinking. I'm thinking about just funny things on the interwebs. You know what I'm saying? The interwebs. You know what I think might have been still the funniest thing, because I'm thinking about the intruder right there. He climbing in your windows, he snatching your people up. That shit is still one of the fucking funniest. One of the funniest funny fucking things. Man, that's super funny, because me and Wink were actually talking about that right before the stream about the Elijah Wan song. I was saying I'm gonna bring it back. Took off just like a rocket. Elijah Wan, ckin. So that's a parade song. Well, I don't know about that parade, man. Look, if you ain't come up like that, man. Yeah, Dead Giveaway was a classic, dog. Dead Giveaway. You know, we've been eating ribs with this dude, and we didn't have a clue. Yeah, I ain't done. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got to get back on. I got to get back to the stuff that, man. I got to make the sauce great again. I used to do my little dance, man. I used to have the little song. I'm gonna have to bring it back. We're gonna make the sauce great again. I got to figure out how to operate the sauce, and I need something to do well, like this damn Den video did. Like I said, I did not expect that video to do anything remotely close to that, and I am still super surprised. Like I am appalled. Now I've set a new bar for myself, and I got to figure out how to overcome that. So that is the new challenge. But it's all Gucci. We're gonna find a way. Yeah, it's Kenneth. Yeah. Kenneth, go to bed, man. Tell your mama Gary gonna come over later. You go to bed, man. You know, you I know she waiting. You know what I'm talking about. Good grief. Good freaking grief. Like, do you realize, because that was what, Wednesday? That yeah, that's crazy. 33,000. That's crazy. You know, and I know to some people like, 30. Well, there's YouTubers who have billions of views. Well, guess what? 33,000 is a goddamn record for me. All right. I honestly, just because the way it kind of started when it started off, I thought, okay, you know, this thing might get 1,000 views, because the Den videos, no other Den videos go, that one has 1,000. It took damn near 2 years, a year and fucking 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Alice the Roboho. And so, you know, it took quite a bit. And that was the one about fucking yoga pants versus scrubs, which one's made the big booty debate. People like talking about ass, and then again the other videos were like ass and sex topics. Those were the ones that did the better future of sex, shit like that. So I mean, it's just it's crazy, because how long was the Den? Like, and even the only reason that the Den had a couple of subs, I was doing some, I won't say janky promotions, but I was promoting on some alternative networks, and those things really didn't come to fruition because it grew a little bit. I think it might have got like an extra 60 or 70 from that, but the Den stayed kind of relatively stable, like pick up here and there, you know, a few here, a few there, but not a whole lot. And like I say, it teaches me that obviously there is a way. But again, like I said, I talk about the little things, and I believe in, I talk about, you know, sacrifices. You know, when you sacrifice certain things, you get things. And, you know, I had to sacrifice my blacks. I like my blacks. They calm my nerves. but I had to let those go, you know. And I think there's a few benefits that came off of that. I'm still I got to hydrate more, but, you know, it ain't all that extra noise. It ain't all that the Den, or depending on what it is, Soft Sports Studios doesn't smell like fucking smoke. So that's always a plus. Two, you saving money not buying fucking blacks. That's a plus. And then, like I say, you know, you stay more focused on the goal at hand. I think that's a big deal. Clarity of mind, all those other things. So I think that, like I say, there's a lot of importance that comes with that. And there's some other things that I have had to kind of put on hold, you know, to get to where I want to get. Next thing I gotta cut out is some of the crap eating, you know, because, you know, I've been getting some, you know, I'm finna go Hollywood, so, you know, I got to make sure I get in shape so I can, you know, do my Hollywood thing. Nah, you know, y'all know me better than that. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't shit gonna change. It's gonna be the same old motherfucking Honcho being here, talking shit to Kenneth, talking about robo-hoes. We got to bring in more BBWs. That's the goal. That's the whole point. This is just a mission to get a chat full of BBWs so we can win. Favorite game system, though? That's a good question. That's a damn good question. I almost want to say, was the original Xbox my favorite? That's a good one. You know, Nintendo was what it was. Sega and Super, they were what they were. I mean, it's just to the point now, I don't want to discount those, but just the fact that now, you know, with more of the more advanced system, you can have better games, you know, action, adventure, just things that you can do more. See the point of well, word. So like I say, it's somewhere in the range of Xboxes that is probably my favorite. But yeah. So let me think. But yeah, but I got to think too, because, you know, like I said, I don't want to be all about fucking the Jesse Smollett channel. So it'll be other things that we'll talk about. I was going to talk about something, but we'll have a conversation here because that's what the live chats are for. I don't know if y'all keep up with Monique at all. And then, oh shit, I didn't realize we were going past 2 hours, so we get ready to wrap it up here in a little bit. Survive the cold, yeah, that's a game right there. But I don't know if y'all heard about Monique lately, and motherfuckers been cheering Monique on. Because she just been on this old complaining old bitch tour. You know, she had the Netflix incident kind of last year. Then recently she said Whoopi Goldberg wasn't nothing but help. And then after that, she basically said she was beefing with some chick on one of these shows. And then, you know, she kind of got into a tiff with Steve Harvey, apparently. And so I'm just like, man, this motherfucker's out here tripping, you know, like really out here tripping. And people are encouraging this behavior. Like, told Steve Harvey she was going to slap him. I'm not the biggest Steve Harvey fan. You know, I probably haven't been a Steve Harvey fan, honestly, since Kings of Comedy. Excuse me. 1200. Hold up, baby. 1200 Clubs going down. Man, you got to think about this. The Den has doubled in about 2 days. In like 2 days, the Den has doubled. That's crazy. I remember back when we were talking about what happens when we get to 420. You know what I mean? I remember we were talking about what happens when we get to 300. You know, for like the Den it's been slow biggie. But again, I see what I know now, what I must do. But you know, damn, you say about 100 rounds kind of guy. Damn, well, be careful out there. Who is this Lil Uzi Vert? I've never heard of this Lil Uzi Vert. But the thing about it, like I say, is Monique out there tripping, and the den has doubled, more than doubled, because at 1,200 it was what, five? Like I said, at that time it was 583, 584. So that means more than doubled in 2 days. Yes, I'm milking it like a fat cow. Yes. So you're relevant, gonna run them after Bugman. And that's the thing. That's what I think now. And that's what I think that, people in the media realize that the more shit you talk, the more you just make a name for yourself, even if you're not really doing anything, the more people will pay attention. And I think that's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Well, God damn it. If you want to call back in, brother, call back in. We'll make that the last call of the evening. LeVar Ball. But the thing about LeVar Ball, yeah, and I think people are stealing a page out of it, but at least LeVar Ball took his notoriety, tried to capitalize off of. He threw his little shoes out there, started his own little league. The greatest, never lost. So I like LeVar Ball. I have no problem with LeVar Ball. And again, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I got emojis to send real quick. I gotta hold on. I gotta make sure I put the right combination to send my message. So I can be understood. So again, man, what do you think Ramsey's made? I mean, if a man can't make you a man can't make you nothing. If it ain't in you, it is what it is. I don't think he's made him. I think just these younger. I think it's just a weird thing going on in this generation. I have no idea what it is, but I don't know, man. It was just it's just some shit that I know that we didn't do when we was young, and it's just some brand new shit going on. It's a brand new drip, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I guess, I can't. It's like I can't even try to find a way to attempt to validate it. So I'm not even gonna do it. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hi, man. It's Lyric Northside. One more time, brother.
Well, what's the motherfucking deal, brother? What you got to say, brother?
Phone, man. I was just going through my band phone, man, and I seen this character, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what's the deal with the brother, man. He did all of this bullshit, brother, and he's about to get out of jail.
Yeah.
What you think about the man?
Okay, what'd you say the name was again, brother?
69, I think.
Oh, they're saying he's gonna get out of. They're saying he's gonna get out of the jail.
Yeah, brother. They said he's getting out. Right, he's getting out following next week, brother.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought they were saying he was gonna get like 40. I'm gonna tell you what's happening.
Oh man,
I'm gonna tell you what
he's been.
Go
ahead, let me hear you, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, brother. He ain't got that damn good of a lawyer. I'll tell you what. Because I heard that he did some guilty pleading, but I heard he did some talking. I'm gonna tell you what. Once I seen that colorful hair, that colorful hair, I figured, it was probably, he probably had some ditches in his britches. I didn't think he was going, he was going to make it hang. And he got put in that slammer there, brother. And I know he tried to sell his image, but, eventually it was going to come out, and it's going to be real unfortunate. I'm going to be honest. And I hate to say this about anybody. I hate to say it. I hate for it to be the message that I have to portray, but don't be surprised if one or two things is going to happen, brother. With that old 69, 96, whatever his name is, he's either going to go into hiding.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's either going to go into hiding. Y'all will never see him again. Or the brother may end up face down on the concrete And you know what I mean by that. And I'd hate to say that, you know. I'd hate to say that, but it could be one of those situations.
Hey, brother, if you ask me, man, I think he's been dropping the stuff on purpose in jail, and he's been face down that stuff for a long time now, brother.
Oh, goddamn! I wouldn't doubt that either, brother.
That's just my personal opinion.
I mean, he went into the jail with the look that they like. You know, he's got the long, colorful hair. You know, and I don't know about the face tattoo. They like the chicks with the face tattoos these days. And, you know, he gave him the message. All 6ix9ine all over him. So he told him he was with the shit, you know. So that's unfortunate, brother. That's terrible.
I feel sorry for the colorful fella, bro.
I mean, he made his bed, man. He's got
colorful fella, brother.
He made his bed, man, and he's got to lay in it. So that light skinned nigga's gonna lay in it. No, yeah, it's over for him. It's over for him, brother. You know, is he stupid? You know, he made the stupid song. I mean, he had a nice little run, you know, and the thing that's sad about that, brother, you know, I'm going to tell you something. You know, in this generation, this day and age, this life that we live, I wouldn't be surprised. There would be a lot of other motherfuckers out there who would be willing to sell their soul in that manner. And I'm not saying sell the soul, but just even for a short run and then, you know, snitch and give it all up and have their fame. You know, people will do anything for the fame these days, brother. And it's sad, you know.
Well, you're right, brother.
It just makes me, you know.
I just feel sorry for the brother, man. He's just so small and so colorful. All the black men was just passing around in there, man. He just got passed around, man. I know he did, brother. I know he got passed around.
Oh, man.
Poor little son of a bitch.
I guess he couldn't take it no more. He said he had to get up out of there, brother. I mean, he's going to be scarred for life either way, you know. All that gangster talk, I think that's going to be the end of that we hear from him. You know, I think that, you know, that last little interview he did, I think that was it. What was the, with the lunch club, breakfast club, the brunch club, whatever it is, you know. He did that interview.
Whatever that shit is,
yeah,
brother.
I think he knew it was coming down to an end then because, you know, things were just switching up. He was changing up his attitude a little bit. He said he was firing his homeboy, and then things just went downhill after that. And if those brothers were already talking about trying to kill him, they gonna try to take him out, brother. I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Hey, brother, I heard that he yells straightway, right?
Yeah.
Well, when he gets out, he's gonna be yelling Mayday because, brother, it's over for him, man. It is over. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. I know he's a Mexican. He's a Mexican. So me saying it's a wrap, it shouldn't be in the. Over. It's a wrap for the brother. I mean, the Mexican, whatever it is, man.
Man, I don't even know, brother. I'll be honest. I thought he was Asian. Man, I thought he was Asian when he first got out. I don't even know. I don't even know. I thought he knew the karates. I'll be honest with you. You know, but hey, he's got to deal with his decisions, man. That's just kind of.
He better do some glutes. Poor little son of a bitch.
It's a bad deal for that brother there, man. And I hate that for anybody because I'm telling you, man, jail ain't a place for nobody. It's not a place for
right there.
But you know, it is what it is, man.
Bad deal for anybody.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate. But
Honcho, man, I just called you back, brother, because I'm stuck in the truck and with just looking at the den, and I just strolled down my timeline and I saw that, and I just figured, you know what I mean. Who better to talk to it than you? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Man with all the knowledge.
No, man, I ain't got it all, but I can share what I got. You know.
You got majority of it, brother.
No, well, I mean, I appreciate that, brother. I'm gonna have to look into that, though, man. I'm gonna have to look into that and see what's going on with that situation.
Yeah, that should probably be your next video, brother.
I'm gonna look into it, brother. That's definitely something to discuss there. Oh man. That's tough.
All right, brother. You have a good night, man.
All right, you too, Lyric, man. Hey, like I say, don't get too cold in that truck, man. If you got your blanket or something there, man, you got to do what you got to do, brother. But I appreciate your call. Well, all right.
All right.
Is there? I don't even know. I think the phone tripped up on me a little bit there. I think it did. Well, I appreciate that call from Brother Lyric, and it is what it is. God damn it. Now I'm clout chasing. This is terrible. See, now I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be a chaser of the clout, but yes, now it's time to chase all the clout. I want all the smoke. No, I don't want to be that guy. Like I say, you know, it definitely is what it is. I just saw that image there, Josh. That's funny. Harden barely kept his streak. It's last minute 3. Don't matter. Did he keep it? He kept it. That's all that matters. Fucking 25 games straight. That's ridiculous. I didn't win the last minute 3. It was fucking a minute left in the game, but it technically was last minute. It was more than a minute. You know, it has to be in the last actual minute for it to be a last minute. Goddamn. So you tired of the streak? Fuck it. That's all we got right now. Keep the streak alive. No, I hadn't heard. Is that the new stuff that he dropped? I hadn't heard any of the new stuff that he's dropped, man. So I don't even know. Well, if we ever do Soft Sports again, we'll talk about it. No, I was gonna do it today, but I was running a little bit late. Had a small issue, and so it is what it is. Hey, man, I need to get y'all one of these white persuasion shirts, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it's my fault. See, if I wouldn't have wore this, I should have wore this on a non-game day, and would have kept it alive. So it's my fault. It's my fault, man. Make sure y'all get y'all some of that action. I think I got the link on my phone. I don't know if I got it on my. Let me see. Let me see, brother. Let me see. See if I can put the link in there. And like I said, I know some folks been hitting me about the Stay Saucy stuff. I got to fix a little issue with it's a little issue that's throwing the numbers off a little bit. Once I get that tweaked action, I'm going to do that first thing in the morning. I think it's on this one. Because like I say, hey, I want y'all to get that I want y'all to stay saucy, man. That's what it's all about. Yeah, there we go. That. Let's see, I think this is it. Yeah, there we go. Man, Persuasion sent me a video the other day. Makes me want to smoke again. Oh, man. Those motherfuckers, they was all at the fucking drive-through. Motherfuckers start hopping out their car to gate of fucking, okay, you got it, cool, bet. All right, there you go. Yeah, make sure y'all check that out, man. Go get y'all one of these shirts, support the Persuasion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I sent a video, dog, and it was fucking everybody was getting out their cars. They had blunts behind them, and they let the fucking McDonald's dude hit the weed in the drive-through. And she passed the blunt. There's like 3 motherfuckers hopped. Man, fuck the motherfuckers in the car. They ain't had no weed. They ain't bring no weed to the cipher. You know what I'm saying? There was one motherfucker jumped out, hit the weed, and 2 other motherfuckers jumped out the car. Yeah. It's like, hold on, babe. Like, it's one person. That's different. I don't man, fuck all that, dog, because I ain't just, look, I'm going to be honest with y'all, you know. I'm the type of motherfucker, man. Look, I'm a roll by own, you roll your own, you know, and we enjoy. I don't really be with the girl brought on. Yeah, the one that popped out the back brought on. Yeah, she was cool. Yeah. Cause even like when I was burning, you know, me and the lady Honcho, like she'd have her own, I'd have my own. And then, you know, eventually we was chilling together, you know, we ended up finishing them off together or whatever, but motherfucker shit. I just like to have my own shit. I mean, I like me a little, ain't even gotta be no fucking big ass blood. It can be a little Rillo or a little mini Rillo or whatever. So whenever I do get back to the Blaze and Dens, this is what the strategy is gonna be. When everything gets back right. Ultimately, Friday night is gonna be nostalgia night. Whenever the goal is reached, and you know, it'll be back. Smoke something Saturday evenings. And then Sunday night will be the Sunday night confessions. I think that's what's going to happen. That's how it's going to end up. And it'll mark. Most I smoked in one session. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I can't. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of different sets where I smoked a lot. It was one time a situation happened in college, and since I'm gonna wrap it up after. Basically, what's the motherfucking deal? In college, so I'll just say we came up on some real good reefer. And so my homeboy, he brought the bag we came up on. And we was chilling at one of my partner's dorms or whatever. And oh my God, this is back when motherfuckers used to smoke Perfectos too. This is 2 or 3 different situations. God damn, college was cool. This particular session, you know, motherfucker was like, all right, I'm going to stick my hand in this bag, and however much weed I pull out, that's what we gonna smoke before we leave this bitch. Oh my God, dog. I'm talking about a motherfucker pull like a solid zip and then some. And we stayed up in that bitch. We was about 4 or 5 deep. And then one of my partners, he's funny as shit, man. He's a funny ass dude. He is, if I'm not mistaken, currently locked up on a murder charge. That was a cool ass nigga, man. And it was cool as shit. And some motherfucker was funny. He's like, I fuck with y'all. Y'all my niggas, man. I fuck with y'all. But I'm not finna smoke all this weed with y'all, man. She was like, I smoke a little bit, but I'm not finna smoke all this weed with y'all. I'm like, oh man, ain't that a bit? Say 5 G's, much harder. Frick came nowhere. And I brought the man. Yeah, look, oh yeah, I done ran through a couple G's at a time. I'm talking about this. It's been what? I ain't joining nothing that Jay Bird is in. And we had times that, you know, we would be, it was one time we was posted somewhere on campus. It was during the vacation. And my cousin was installing some speakers in my car for me. We was all in my partner car. He had a little Jeep. And we was in that hole, packed up in that hole. And that's why I say this is why that Juvie the Great will always be one of my favorite albums. A lot of stuff happened in that CD. But we was in there, had some of my homegirls with me from the towers and shit. It wasn't nothing like that. They were just cool. Man, so we was probably about 6 deep in the motherfucking Jeep. And my cousin was out there. And he smoked, but he was so into the fucking installing shit. That was like his passion. He ain't even want to hit the weed. He was like, I'm cool. When I say, I don't know how many months we smoked in that bitch, but when it was like, when I say that bitch was so we hotboxed the fuck out that up to the point where you like, you couldn't see, literally, like I had to put my hand like right here. It was so much smoke in that bitch. You could not fucking see in front of your hand. Like, motherfucker had to bump you and nudge you, and you had to feel for the blunt and shit. Like, and the bitch started quitting. They like, man, I quit. I ain't never heard nobody say I quit. Bitch say, I quit. She got up out the car, want to get up out the car. We ain't let her get out at first. We was kind of, because she was in the middle, so them niggas ain't want to move. We ain't want to let all the smoke out. We was trying to see how smoky we could get it. But when them fucking doors came open, nigga, it was like a whole new world. There was it was just, what the fuck are we at, man? How long we been in this bitch? It was some other shit. So it's been some sessions. I done had some sessions where I done been too lit. Probably shouldn't get that high. It doesn't say it serve anybody any purpose, because you're only getting so high. After a while, you just smoking weed for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But with that being said, damn, longer than I thought. Ain't that a bitch? With that being said, I be talking this shit and then don't even realize, have I got something laced without knowing? Nah, I don't think so. You talking about something that's been pre-rolled and it was fucked up? That's what I say. That's what I say. As soon as I learned how to roll myself, I stopped fucking with that shit. Like I used to, back in the day, you used to be able to buy 3 for $10s and shit like that. But you know what you was really getting though. But yes, like I say, with that being said, my friends in the den, we'll be back at it tomorrow. New additions, people who just chilling, listening on the sideline. Next time, get y'all ass in the conversation. because we're all friends in the den. Mixer, hell no. No mixer this evening. Maybe tomorrow. I will see, but no mixer tonight. Definitely not. Because like I said, mixer is on hiatus. Hell no. You know, I don't fuck with Twitch. I'll get canceled on Twitch with the yeah, we'll have some sauce tomorrow because I'll make it for the sauce I ain't do today because it's fucking Friday and I was late. So, but with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Hey, make sure you tell your friends about the den. The best conversation on the internet, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Oh, and something I got to say, we got to be careful. Not that we got to be careful. If the den, if anything just ever happens to the den, okay, just follow the denshow.com link because it will always redirect to wherever the den is. And the reason why I say this shit is because I wasn't going to attempt to monetize this channel. You know, once you hit 1,000 and you have the 4,000 hours, you know, you can apply for monetization. But apparently, I don't know if it's an automated thing or what, because I went to go look just, you know, to see what it was. And I looked on that bitch and that bitch is already, I guess like maybe it might be automatic. So they automatically submit it to the thing. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see what ultimately happens. So if for some reason they do manual reviews now. And so if they look at that bitch and they like, nah, we ain't, it ain't even gonna happen, player. It ain't even gonna happen. So if you ever need to find the den, thedenshow.com. I'm just saying, so we wake up one day and that shit ain't shaking. It's gonna be awful. Yeah. So with that being said, you know what I'm talking about. I appreciate y'all. Then let's hope that it lasts. Let's hope that we don't have to worry about that. Took a lot of hard work. But the thing is, once you figure something out and you know how to do it, you can always build it again. So we'll figure it out. Y'all ain't got to go home, man. Y'all take y'all ass to bed if y'all ain't already in bed, if y'all ain't even asleep. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Man. Shit. I'm out. YouTube, don't hate on the den. We're all friends in the den. We just want to stay that way.